presented by Jacobson Body Shop.
Keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship between the Kelliher Northome Mustangs and the Sacred Heart Eagles. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Dawson Peterson, bringing you tonight's game coverage on 96.7 FM KKCQ, online at rjbroadcasting.com and on the R&J radio app, as well as video streaming on yourliveevent.com and Garden Valley TV. The number one seed in the East subsection, the Kelliher Northome Mustangs, 26-3 on the year. They've never played in a section championship game. The furthest they've been was the semifinals, or the East subsection, as it was before they started the cross bracketing this year. Last year, the Mustangs did get to that East subsection game. They lost to the Foston Greyhounds. On the other side for the Sacred Heart Eagles, they're the number 3 seed from the West half, 23-6 on the season under first-year head coach Brian Lowe. A semifinal victory over Mahnomen-Waban in the semifinal, 67-51. And the last time for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart when they were in the section championship was in 2017. They lost to the Red Lake Warriors that year, but the year prior in 2016, the Eagles won Section 8A. The pregame show tonight being brought to you by Solely Realty of Foston and also brought to you by Bitker Inc. Thanks for joining us here on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com. Inside the pregame show, we'll have our conversations with both head coaches of Kelliher Northome and East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. We'll get into our keys to the game here tonight and take a look at, not the rest of the bracket, the boys bracket. We'll preview our coverage coming up tomorrow, and then it'll be time for the starting lineups and the opening tip-off in the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship tonight. Kelliher Northome and Sacred Heart on KKCQ, yourliveevent.com, and Garden Valley TV.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com. Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
Benedictine Mission Coordinator has a great move-in special. For a limited time, you can save $5,000 when you move in. That's $1,000 off your first 4 months of rent, and the $1,000 move-in fee is waived. Your rent at Benedictine Mission Coordinator covers 3 meals a day, home and yard maintenance, indoor access to Essentia Health Clinic and Benedictine Therapy Services, and much more. To schedule an appointment, call Benedictine Mission Court at 218-784-5250. Save $5,000 with this move-in special.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Grow with us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661, Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
Welcome back to Ralph Engelstead Arena here in Thief River Falls, the site of the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship this evening between Kelliher Northome and East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. Continuing our pregame coverage on yourliveevent.com and 96.7 FM KKCQ, brought to you by Bitker Inc. And also brought to you by Solely Realty of Boston. Solely Realty leading the way for real estate in Northwest Minnesota since 1968. The Sacred Heart Eagles 23-6 on the season, a win in the semifinals over Monoman Waban 67-51 as the Eagles another strong year with this group of girls that was in the subsection championship a season ago. They got over that hump this year and in the championship this year for the first time since 2017. Let's get into our pregame coaches interviews as they're brought to you by the Border Bank in Clearbrook and also brought to you by Rivers Edge Insurance Agency of Halstead. And our pregame conversation with head coach Brian Lowe, first-year head coach Brian Lowe of the Sacred Heart Eagles. Head coach Brian Lowe of East Grand Forks Sacred Heart joining us on the pregame show here tonight. And coach, first of all, congratulations on the section championship appearance. Semifinal win victory over the Monoman Waban Thunderbirds, a team that upset Kitson County Central in the quarterfinal round and sort of put themselves on the radar here in the tournament with that win. Going into the game against the T-Birds, what were you expecting and how did things play out? Obviously came out with a win, but how did it go as far as expectations?
It went pretty well, I thought, and we had scouted them out a lot, obviously, and watched them play against Kitson, and they kind of did the same thing we like to do against teams, which is 2-2-1 full court press on makes and back to a 2-3, and then a man-to-man on misses. And we've done that a lot against teams and did it against them actually when we played them in East Grand. But so, for us to be able to prepare for them and knowing that's kind of what they were going to do, we felt good about that. But it all comes down to execution, and I thought the girls really took care of the ball and handled their pressure and were able to execute things on offense. But more importantly, we've just been relying so much on our defense. Our defense has been really solid individually and as a team, and it's got to be good tonight again, obviously going through. So.
Yeah, and I wanted to highlight the Thunderbirds right away because their defensive style, I think, is somewhat similar to Kelliher Northome and the physicality that they play with. And the Mustangs, they fly around, they'll get after you, and they get into scramble mode, and they do it really well. How do you contend with their physicality defensively and make sure it doesn't rattle you? Because it seemed like their defense rattled Warren Alvarado last one.
Yeah, it did. And I think that the key there is just to protect the basketball, sort of respond to their aggressiveness with our own aggressiveness, and I think like BGMR showed in the game that prior to that, where whenever Northome Kelliher would gamble or really try to go for steals, BGMR would attack the paint and kind of flip the script on them a little bit. And if you can do that and take care of it and attack the paint when they gamble, I think you can get some shots. So you'll have a little bit of an advantage there. So
that seems like your guys' bread and butter. I mean, even with the girls program and the boys program too for Sacred Heart, attack the paint, drive and kick. So what are you telling your shooters tonight and being prepared for the drive and kick action?
Yeah, nothing different. I mean, we've all year long, we've tried to work inside out. Having Lexi in there at the post is always is a nice luxury to have. And so to make a post pass and look inside out, but then obviously on the drives too, when we're attacking, they're a really good defensive team that's going to help and rotate and cover down and all that stuff. So we got to get to 2 feet and make a good pass to somebody that's open on the perimeter, and they'll be ready to shoot it. We've shot a lot of threes this year, and they're always ready to shoot it. Some games we make more, some games we make less, but I feel like we're a pretty good 3-point shooting team where there's 5, 6 girls that at any given time can make a couple threes, and so we just hope that some of them go in tonight.
How about in the scenario when the threes aren't going in? Maybe it's a cold night tonight. Hopefully not, of course, but what's the game plan then otherwise to adjust?
Yeah, we always talk if we're starting to get cold or whatever, we got to look to drive it. You know, they're closing out, we shot fake drive and just keep going, penetrate kick and try to get the ball to the rim and draw a foul, get to the free throw line, kind of get your rhythm back a little bit, shooting some free throws. But yeah, we never want to settle for an early three. We always want to work it, you know, from the paint out, either whether it's a post, pass, or a drive.
All right, well, sounds good, Coach. I appreciate the time tonight. Good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that was head coach Brian Lowe of the Sacred Heart Eagles with us on the pregame show. And our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by the River's Edge Insurance Agency in Halstead and also brought to you by the Border Bank in Clearbrook. 14 minutes to go until the opening tip-off in the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship. Kelliher Northome and Sacred Heart. A conversation with Mustangs head coach of Kelliher Northome, Kevin Waldo, on the way next on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Val from Ada Borup West. I want to say thank you for the support of the Ada Borup West School. The students, staff, administration, and leaders in the school are working together every day to make sure that the students are given every opportunity to succeed, and that is made possible from the support that the community has offered. From the Booster Club to the many other organizations and groups that have come together, thank you from all of us at Ada Borup West School, home of the Cougars.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planter.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
This is Drew.
Welcome back inside the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Bitker Inc. Call them today at 218-456-SHOP at Bitker Inc. We continue our pregame coverage with our pregame coaches interviews, brought to you by the Border Bank in Clearbrook and the River's Edge Insurance Agency, with head coach Kevin Waldo of the Kelliher Northome Mustangs, who are 26-3 on the season. They've never played. Kelliher Northome has never played in a section championship. The furthest they've been, with the exception of this year, of course, was a season ago when they reached the East Subsection Championship. And then, of course, doing away with the subsection championships with the cross bracketing in the quarterfinals. But it is still an East versus West matchup here in this one with the Mustangs and Sacred Heart. A win over Warren Alvarado Oslo in the semifinals, 66-46. Physical play from the Mustangs, a big difference that time against the Ponies. And then listen to this. Kelliher Northome since 2021. They're in the championship this year. Came up a little short a season ago. But from 2021 until now, the Mustangs have an overall record of 93-17. That's their record, and it's mighty impressive, and they're looking to punch their first ticket to the state tournament ever. Let's get into our pregame coaches interviews with head coach Kevin Waldo of the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. Coach Kevin Waldo of the Kelliher Northome Mustangs with us on the pregame show here tonight. And Coach, first of all, congratulations, a section championship appearance this evening against East Grand Forks Sacred Heart, but a semifinal victory over Warren Alvarado Oslo turns into a 20-point game. And I think a lot of folks probably expected the final score to be just a little bit closer, but what was it for you guys that put you over the edge?
I think our defensive effort was so much better than the game before, and when we made a key on that we were going to make sure that we played defense a little bit better and took away some of the easy things, make them earn everything that they're going to get, and the girls did a great job of that.
Well, and we're standing here courtside, and I can see a few of your players with warm-ups on, effort, attitude, and energy on the back of their warm-ups, and the number 6. What can you tell us about our listeners and what that means for this program this year?
So that was kind of a thing we started at the beginning of the year. We always try to come up with some sort of motto. The 6 represents having someone's 6, right? Having someone's back, kind of an old Army kind of metaphor, So the 6, that's what it represents, the effort, the attitude, the energy. That's all about what they can control. We can't control things like the teams we're playing if they get hot or the referees or anything like that, but we can control our effort, our attitude, our energy. And honestly, that's what we want them to do each and every game, and they've done a great job of that.
Well, and that motto definitely came into play when you guys played VGMR in the quarterfinals, and you're down by 5 with your backs against the wall and 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't going to be one person that did it, right? So they had to have each other's backs. They had to make sure that they picked each other up, and the bounces came their way. They controlled the things that they could control, and it worked out in the end.
Game tonight with East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. Like we said, they haven't won a section title in quite some time, and then you guys have never been to a section championship anyway. But a scouting report on the Eagles, a team that likes to shoot the basketball, and they shoot it well, too.
Yeah, they shoot it well. We've watched some games here. We watched some games on film, and they shoot well. Our inside presence, is big, and we have to defend that. We also have to defend their shooters and make sure we get a hand in their face. Seems like if you can put a little more pressure on their shooters, they're probably not as good, probably just like anyone else, but don't try to leave them those wide open shots and just try to get a hand in their face, and hopefully you get the rebound and you make the best of it.
And you guys throughout this tournament and throughout the course of the season, very physical on the defensive end of the floor. How do you feel like that plays against Sacred Heart with their size on the inside?
Yeah, I think that's one thing. We're not the tallest team in the world, but if we can be physical and we can make sure that we're making things tough on the other teams, not letting them run through the paint without a little bit of a body on them or something like that, that makes it a big deal and makes them have to work even harder, and you can wear them down by the end of the game.
Well, when you talked about watching Sacred Heart on film and then watching them here in Thief River Falls, it's different than watching a team on a screen as to compare to in person. Is there anything that stuck out that you saw on film and then you saw it in person that went, whoa, that was a little different, or it caught your eye, so to speak?
No, not really. I mean, they can shoot, like I said, they can hit open shots when they're open. We know we got to close out on them. Their big's got some decent moves inside, and we know we got to defend that. And we have some different ways that we're going to go about that. They also changed their defenses up a little bit, and we've had a couple of days to prepare for what they might throw at us. And we think we got everything that they might throw at us ready for it. So we're gonna give it our best shot.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was head coach Kevin Waldo of the Kelliher Northome Mustangs with us on the pregame show tonight. And our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by the River's Edge Insurance Agency in Halstead, and also brought to you by the Border Bank in Clearbrook. When it comes to community banking, Border Bank of Clearbrook does it better than the rest, understanding their significant role in the community as an engine to spur economic growth. Their small businesses, economic development leaders, and residents depend upon their financial leadership at the Border Bank in Clearbrook. We're going to take a time out. On the other side of our commercial break, we'll take a peek at the boys bracket. The quarterfinals in the Section 8A boys basketball tournament continuing tomorrow afternoon, with the first game getting started at noon right back here at Ralph Engelstad Arena here in Thief River Falls. And then we'll continue to preview tonight's matchup of Kelliher Northome and East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. It's the Section 8A girls basketball championship game on yourliveevent.com and 96.7 FM KKCQ.
business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Over my nearly 2-decade career, I've prided myself on being a relationship lender, listening to my customers, and providing custom-tailored solutions based on their financial goals. With true local decision-making done right here in the Red River Valley, you can be sure American Federal Bank will be with you every step of the way. Call 784-7121 or stop by the office and visit with me, Drew Ness, your local experienced ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a Bear in there.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Welcome back inside the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Bitker Inc. and also brought to you by Solely Realty of Fosston. Let's take a quick look ahead at what's coming up on the broadcast schedule tomorrow in the Section 8A boys basketball tournament in the quarterfinal round of the Section 8A girls, or rather boys basketball tournament. First game of the day tomorrow at noon features Red Lake County and Fosston. We'll cover that game right back here on KKCQ-FM and YourLiveEvent.com. Stephen Argyle and Red Lake at 1:45. That game just on 96.7 FM. And then in the afternoon contest, or the later afternoon contest at 3:30, Cass Lake Bena and Kitson County Central. And then the Kelliher Northome boys take on Fertile Beltrami. Those final two games of the day we'll have on Gold 101.5 FM. KRJM, as that's a look ahead at the broadcast schedule, brought to you by the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinics. Be sure to schedule your next eye exam today by calling the Crookston Eye Clinic at 218-281-2020 or the Fosston Eye Clinic at 218-435-2424. Let's talk keys to the game now for both of these two teams here in the section championship with Kelliher Northome and Sacred Heart. Starting with the Mustangs first, I'm going to say continue their aggressive play on the defensive side of the floor this evening. They are a very physical, aggressive group, but also that comes with the physical play is playing physical defense without fouling. I know Kelliher Northome in these last few games, they're not exactly a deep team, so avoid that foul trouble definitely, but it starts on the defensive end of the floor for the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. For East Grand Forks Sacred Heart, Coach Lowe told us they wanted to hang their hat on defense tonight as well. But another key I'm going to say is be ready to catch and shoot. They're going to be regardless because the Eagles are a very, very good shooting team, but be ready to catch and shoot because the Mustangs, they like to fly around on defense. They gave Warren Alvarado Oslo a lot of problems, and when they fly around and you're not ready to catch and shoot, then you sort of get discombobulated offensively. So for Sacred Heart, be ready to catch and shoot. And then the other key to the game, if they're cold shooting the basketball, continue to attack, continue to stay aggressive as the night goes on. And then maybe they do get Kelliher Northome into foul trouble, but they have to continue to stay aggressive and attack all night long, whether the shots are falling or not. Those are your keys to the game here tonight for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart and the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. This is the Bitker Inc. and Solely Realty of Fosston pregame show. The starting lineups and the opening tip-off coming up next. It's the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship game tonight on 96.7 FM, KKCQ, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley TV.
The Bennett Hoagland Agency only sells and services crop insurance because each farm operation is different. John, Wayne, and Marissa strive to help you develop a cost-effective insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether it's common crops, specialty crops, livestock, or crop hail, please call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency and fine-tune your risk management plan today. The Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, an equal opportunity provider.
When it comes to expert timber harvesting and land clearing, Big H Ranch of Black Duck gets the job done right. With a commitment to sustainable forestry, we provide efficient professional logging services for both residential and commercial clients. From selective harvesting to full land clearing, our experienced team ensures responsible and eco-friendly solutions to meet your needs. Need reliable logging services? Call Big H Ranch today at 218-243-2413.
You'll love these prices on Firestone all-season tires at Bitker Inc. This sweetheart sale at Bitker Inc. on Firestone all-season tires includes huge discounts. Visit with Troy at Bitker Inc., located between Ada and Halsted. Bitker Inc., 218-456-SHOP. That phone number, 218-456-7467. Sweet prices all month on Firestone all-season tires at Bitker Inc.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Day shaping tomorrow. Welcome back inside the Ralph Engelstead Arena here in Thief River Falls for the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship between Kelliher Northome and East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. Thanks for joining in on KKCQ 96.7 FM, yourliveevent.com, and also on Garden Valley TV. I'm Dawson Peterson. James Cardarelli behind the camera producing here on yourliveevent.com as we take a look at the starting lineups, the final segments of the Bitker Inc. and Solely Realty of Boston pregame show. They'll announce the cheerleaders down on the floor here in the corner of Ralph Engelstead Arena, and we'll await on the starting lineups here for the moment. But between Kelliher Northome and Sacred Heart, they haven't been to a section championship in quite some time. As a matter of fact, for Kelliher Northome, the Mustangs, their program, they've never been to a section championship. This is their first time ever. On the other side, for Sacred Heart, their last section championship appearance was in 2017. The Eagles lost to Red Lake that year, and then the year prior in 2016, the Eagles won Section 8A. Starting lineups from West Main Pizza of Ada and Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express in Boston. First for the Sacred Heart Eagles, the number 3 seed from the West subsection. Sophomore, number 2, Finley Horkin. Sophomore, number 3 is Leah Sunby. Sophomore, number 5, Lydia Risky. Junior, number 10, Izzy Swickla. And sophomore, number 21, is Lexi Lawrence. Head coach for Sacred Heart in his first season, Brian Lowe. Assistant coaches are Scott Brecky and Ryan Powers. The Eagles are 23-6 on the season and coming off a semifinal victory against Mahnomen-Waubun, where they won 67-51. The starting 5 now for the number 1 seed in the East subsection, the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. Junior number 0, Kate Thayer. Sophomore number 5, Kenna Lateral. Junior number 11 is Allie Lundeen. Junior number 34, Kylie Binkley. And junior number 42 is Charlie Hallstrom. Head coach for the Mustangs is Kevin Waldo. Assistant coaches are Bob Steuben and Rachel Spray. Those are the starting lineups from West Main Pizza and also Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express in Boston. Kelliher Northome in their home black and blue uniforms, trimmed in white. And for East Grand Forks, Sacred Heart huddled up on the floor right now in their away white uniforms and the purple numerals trimmed in gold. Let's have some fun tonight. The Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship, the winner to the Minnesota State Class A Girls Basketball Tournament. I'm Dawson Peterson. James Cardarelli behind the camera on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com. And the section championship is in the air. Sacred Heart will control possession number 1. Sunby between the circles now out on the logo here at Ralph Fingelstedt Arena as they're going towards the south end of the arena. Pass inside to Lawrence, goes up on the left side. Entry pass from Sunby to Lawrence, and she got fouled. And the first foul of the game against Kelliher Northome. And that goes on Charlie Hallstrom, her first, team's first. 2 free throws upcoming for Lexi Lawrence to try and tally the first points of the game. Lawrence, in the semifinal, notching a double-double, 14 points and 10 rebounds as the first shot is off the mark. Just 13 seconds into the game and a pair of free throws. Lawrence, the second free throw is up and puts it in. 1-0 Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Here's Kelliher Northome for their first offensive possession. Dribbling out is Lundeen at the top of the key. Behind the back dribble, shakes Sunby, puts him a floater off one leg. It was deflected. Lawrence down with the rebound. 1 point and a rebound for Lexi Lawrence. Sacred Heart the other way from right to left. Outlet to the near side to Sunby. Left-handed dribble inside the paint. Out to Lawrence. Casts away on a 3. Hits hard off the front of the rim. Well short, but Horkin down with the rebound. And now it's stolen away by Kate Thayer of Kelliher Northome. The layup the other way is in. Kate Thayer with her first points of the night, coming off a nice performance in the semifinals where she had 20 points and 6 rebounds and a big-time steal right away here in the first half. Sacred Heart basketball, right wing. Finley Horkin has it. Entry pass deflected. Lawrence picks up the loose ball at the right elbow, pulls up one dribble, shot from 14, misses. Thought there was a little contact, but no whistle. Rebound comes down to Kelliher Northome. That is Kylie Binkley, her first rebound of the night. Into the right corner, Lundeen, left hand all the way to the rack, and she's slipped up a little bit inside the paint. Looks like she just lost her footing. And then the ball rolls out of bounds and she lands on it. She's okay as she comes up, and that's the first turnover of the game as Leah Sunby tying her left shoe, and Sacred Heart takes the possession back. 16:43 just underway here in half number 1. 2-1. Kelliher Northome on top so far. Sunby down the near left sideline, a left-handed dribble. The junior spins it back towards the middle, angling to the right sideline off to Horkin. A chest pass, baseline drive. Horkin the right hand all the way to the rim. And Finley Horkin draws a foul against Kelliher Northome now, and that's already the second foul of the game in the first minute and a half, and the second on Charlie Hallstrom of Kelliher Northome. And Coach Kevin Waldo, pacing the sideline on the far side of the floor, takes a seat. Nobody's going to sub in, and the first free throw by Horkin is in and out. Misses the first, still a 2-1 game. Second free throw by Finley Horkin to tie it early. Off the right side, 0 of 2, but an offensive rebound. Lydia Risky is there for it. Into the left corner, Lawrence. Lateral tried to steal it away by the Mustang. She stepped in front of the pass. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Kelliher Northome. Sacred Heart will inbound on the baseline. Sunby lobs it out towards the top of the key. Right-handed dribble inside the dome to Risky. Back to the left side. Sunby, a left corner 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound pinballs around, and it's brought down by Charlie Hallstrom, and the Mustangs head back the other way. And a 2-on-1 to the right side. Lundeen right into the body of Horkin, but she blocks the shot, comes down with a rebound, and the Eagles are off and running this time. Inside, head fake, throws it up off the bottom of the rim was Risky, and another foul called underneath. It's against Charlie Hallstrom again. And that's the third on Charlie Hallstrom already. And Coach Kevin Waldo now certainly has to go to the bench to get somebody in. And that's huge as Emma Wang is going to come in. And the free throw by Lydia Risky is in and out. Emma Wang's going to come in, and Charlie Hallstrom with 16 minutes still to play in the first half. More than likely should probably sit the rest of the first half. Second free throw is up and good that time by Lydia Risky. Her first points of the game, and it's 2-2. 2 minutes in, half number 1. Kelliher Northome basketball. Lundeen make it Thayer down to the right baseline and a push from behind. Finley Horkin riding around the hip. The foul goes on Horkin. That's her first. Team's first of the half. And Kelliher Northome keeps the possession. 15:55 first half. Inbounds off the bank board, and Thayer can't finish. We've seen that play. They just lob it up quickly. And Arnson, now it's stolen away by Thayer, and a reverse layup on the opposite side is good. Thayer wreaking havoc in the backcourt, and it's 4-2 Kelliher Northome. Hardly any time to mark down a rebound, and Thayer stole it away and comes in with a layup. Mustangs by 2, 15:30 first half. Sacred Heart basketball, risky right-handed dribble, spins towards the middle, looks inside, whips it to the left corner. Sunby launches a three. That's nothing but net by Leah Sunby. Sacred Heart by 1, 5-4 early, 15 minutes left to go, first half. Kelliher Northome basketball, Charlie Hallstrom sitting with 3 fouls already in the first half. Here's Sunby poking it away from Lundeen, and now it's turned over. Turnover number 2 against Kelliher Northome. Sunby brings it back across the timeline from right to left. Horkin in the left corner, fakes baseline, has no space. Up on the wing to Arnson, out to Sunby between the circles at the top. Fakes right, nobody moving offensively. Right-handed dribble, now fires it to the right wing to Finley Horkin. Popping out, Lydia Risky drives in and body contact underneath and a whistle and a foul against Kelliher Northome as Risky tries to get to the cup. The foul against Kate Thayer, her first and already the team's 4th of the half. The foul was before the shot. 5-4 game, Sacred Heart by 1. Sunby inbounding on the right side of the lane for the Eagles. Looks towards the middle. Oh, what a beautiful play. Wide open on the left side. Lydia Risky breaks free and finishes for 2. 3 points for Risky and a 3-point Sacred Heart lead at 7-4. 14:35 half number 1. Kelliher Northome looking for an early answer. Lundeen, long pass on the other side to Binkley. Hesitation, gets downhill. Didn't have the angle over the top of Lawrence, and a whistle and a foul from the baseline. Similar calls from back at the other end of the floor, so an evenly matched whistle, I would say, back the other way for Kelliher Northome. Foul against Lawrence will be her first, team second, and 2 free throws for Kylie Binkley of Kelliher Northome. First free throw, nothing but net. Makes it 7-5. Bernhoff checks in for the first time for Sacred Heart. Binkley coming off the 21-point performance in the semifinals at the line, and she knocks them both down. 7-6 game. Eagles by just a single point. 14:25 just underway here from Ralph Engelstad Arena. Horkin drives all the way to the baseline. She got tripped up from behind, like a head of steam all the way down to the right baseline, and it looked like Thayer just got tied up. And that's the second foul on Kate Thayer. So what did we talk about in the pregame show? Foul trouble, but it's not because of the defensive aggressiveness, maybe just out of position so far in the first half. Left side, Bernhoff finishes for 2 on the left side of the rim. Off another baseline out of bounds play, it's 9-6. Sacred Heart by 3, 14:10 to go first half. Lundeen, rather Thayer, now Lundeen on the right wing, down to the baseline, bounce pass looking for Wang, and it's out of bounds. Turnover number 3 against Kelliher Northome, and a very, I guess, unusual start for the Mustangs. Down by only 3 points, still very early, a 9-6 game, but the Mustangs trying to regroup a little bit and get into a rhythm a little bit on really both ends of the floor. 5 fouls already against the Mustangs. 3 of those are against Charlie Hallstrom. Sacred Heart basketball, Horkin, entry pass, inside to Lawrence, gets to the middle of the paint. Lawrence uses her size advantage and scoops it in with the right hand. 3 points for Lexi Lawrence, and the size advantage underneath showing early for the sophomore. And the Eagles are in front by 5, 11-6. Left side of the floor, Lundeen driving in on Sunby, pokes it away, forces a turnover, and Sunby picks up the loose ball. Turnover number 4 of the first half already against the Mustangs. Sunby behind the back, angling to the left side, dribbles it back out in between the circles on the south end of the floor. Looks to go to the right side in front of the Mustang bench, drives in, throws it high off the glass, a wild shot, no good. Lundeen comes down with the rebound, near side, Binkley, right wing 3, that's a big shot. 3 points for Kylie Binkley, and it's 11-9 as the Mustangs are right back to within 2. 13 minutes left to play in the first half. Sunby brings it across the timeline. Lundeen playing on her right hand, hands it off to Bernhoff, wide open. They didn't switch. Lawrence, an offensive rebound and a putback. That's too easy that time for Lexi Lawrence. Ready and waiting on the left side after the shot was too strong by Bernhoff. And Sacred Heart back in front by 5 points, 13-9. Kelliher Northome basketball. Binkley just hit a three-pointer on the last possession. Thayer drives in, splits a double team. Tough shot off the heel. Lawrence the rebound, and a foul on the rebound goes on Emma Wang. The foul against Emma Wang is her first, already the team's sixth foul of the half. Sacred Heart basketball in front by 4 points, 13-9. Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfor's Insurance Agency scoreboard. Sunby across the timeline from right to left. Over to the right side, behind the back dribble, back to the left side, all the way to the middle, and a shot from up close misses off the front, weighing down with a rebound. Kelliher Northome back the other way with a right-handed dribble by Thayer. Hands it off to Binkley. Left hand inside, dribbled it high and lost it. Turnover number 5. Sunby another steal. The Eagles have numbers. She's on the far sideline and she pulls it out. Couldn't get it to anybody. To Horkin on the left wing. Looks to the corner. Doesn't like it. Dribbles it up towards the top. Pivots around. Back to Lawrence at the free throw line, and it's too far out in front. Turnover number 1. 2-on-1 for the Mustangs. Lateral all the way. Stripped from behind, but a whistle and a foul called. 2 free throws upcoming for Kenna Lateral, who tries to go coast to coast off the steal. The foul against Ella Arnson is her first, team's third, and 2 free throws for the sophomore, Kenna Lateral, upcoming. Bagley Co-op Association free throw line. All the players that scored as Lateral cashes in on the first free throw. All the players that scored for the Mustangs in the semifinals were the starters, all 5 of them. Binkley had 21, Thayer had 20, Lundeen 10, Hallstrom 10, Lateral 9. So far, Hallstrom has more fouls than points here early. She has 3 fouls already. She'll probably sit for the rest of the first half. Second free throw by Lateral is off the heel. Rebound pushed out to the sideline. Horkin the rebound right to left. Back across the lane. Bernhoff caught underneath. She threw it off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound brought in by Thayer. Pivoting through a double team. Nearly lost it. Picked up by Lateral. Lundeen on the left sideline. Skip pass. Binkley right corner. Head fake down to the right baseline. Gets it back to Lundeen on the right side. To the left elbow. Driving in. Lundeen aggressively to the rack and draws a foul that time against Sacred Heart, and Lundeen will head to the stripe for 2. The foul against Kate Bernhoft is her first, team's 4th of the half. And 2 free throws coming for a 1,000-point career scorer, Allie Lundeen. First one, around and out, touched every part of the cylinder and then dropped off the front, no good. 13-10. Sacred Heart by 3. Second free throw by Lundeen. Quick rhythm. Nothing but net that time. 13-11. First points of the game for Lundeen. Coming from the free throw line, Sacred Heart basketball in front by 2. 13-11. Arnson has it on the right wing. Left-handed dribble up toward the top. Double team. Lob pass to Bernhoff. Skip pass. Back to Arnson. The left-handed 3. And that's an air ball wide left. Thayer the rebound. Then she threw it away. She was falling away on the baseline. And Sacred Heart has the possession. Left corner, entry pass. Lawrence, middle of the paint, flips it up and in. 7 points for Lexi Lawrence, and there's 10:56 left to go in the first half. 15-7, Sacred Heart by 4. Defense champ behind the basket, the Sacred Heart student section. Lundeen over at the right elbow, long pass, flip back to the left side. Binkley runs it down. Right-handed dribble inside the dome, into the corner behind her teammate Thayer, and it's turned over now, stolen away by Binkley. Spins back to the right, bounces off Lawrence and rolls it in. 5 points by Kylie Binkley. Nice move that time and making up for the turnover. Sacred Heart turns it right back over, and the Mustangs within 2, 15-13. Inside to Lawrence, Eagles basketball, and Lawrence through the contact on the left side. 17-13. What a start for Lexi Lawrence and East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. And a timeout called on the floor, brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine and Ada. And the Foston A&W will take it with them after this. We'll return to Ralph Engelstedt Arena in Thief River Falls on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
Of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
482. Welcome back inside Ralph Engelstead Arena here in Thief River Falls. Coming out of that timeout, brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada and the Foston A&W. Mustang basketball, they trail by 4. Right baseline, Binkley, and she stepped out of bounds. Caught the pass deep on the baseline, and she couldn't stay in bounds. It's already turnover number 8 of the half. 8 turnovers against Kelliher Northome. The Mustangs had just 11 total in the semifinals, only 2 for Sacred Heart. Eagles basketball, Sunby out at the top, spins over to the right, activating the half-court offense. To Lawrence, and a little miscommunication there, tipped around and stolen away by the Mustangs. Turnover number 3. Into the front court, Thayer pushes off with the offhand, up to Binkley at the top of the key, working on Bernhoff. Back to Thayer, right wing, 3 off the left side. Offensive rebound, lateral, falling away to her right, puts it in for 2. 17-15, a shot from about 6 feet that time by lateral, puts the Mustangs back to within 2, but they still trail. 17-15 first half, 9:27 to play. Working, make it risky, spins her way to the inside, down to the baseline. Lawrence puts it up. Thayer went for the block on the help side, and a foul on Kate Thayer. That's her third. And Coach Waldo getting an explanation from the officials on the foul, and Lexi Lawrence back at the line for 2 more free throws. 1 of 2 so far on the night. Now 1 of 3 from the stripe. Bagley Co-op Association free throw line, and Coach Kevin Waldo now is going to have to rely on his bench here in this first half, as Charlie Hallstrom and Kate Thayer both have 3 first half fouls. Emma Wang and August Poxleitner into the game for the first time. Second free throw by Lexi Lawrence is in. She's the first player in double figures tonight with 10, and it's 18-15. Can the Mustangs bench now sustain this final 9:15? Binkley at the top will be in charge of that. Inside drive, left baseline, lateral, lob pass out to the top, and it's nearly turned over, but run down by Poxleitner. Back to Lundeen in between the circles, crosses over to her left hand at the 15-foot mark, lost it, and a turnover. Stolen away by Bernhoft, and here comes Sacred Heart. We're halfway home in half number 1. Eagles by 3. Bernhoft, right wing, launches a 3. That ticks off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Lundeen in the backcourt, her second of the night. Spins her way forward to Binkley, right corner, long outlet pass. That 3 is in. The second three-pointer of the half by Kylie Binkley, and we're tied at 18. And Kelliher Northome will take a timeout. A 30-second TO with 8:38 to play. The Mustangs trying to avoid more foul trouble, but they're tied at 18 here in the section championship. We're back after this on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
State Bank of Lake Park has been serving customers for over 96 years. The State Bank of Lake Park offers a wide variety of services: checking, savings account, money markets, and CDs, staying competitive by focusing on the needs of their customers. Their sound financial advice and outstanding service is something customers can depend on. Home loans, consumer loans, commercial and ag loans are just some of the services you can find at State Bank of Lake Park. Visit their locations in Lake Park and Hitterdall, or visit them online at www.statebankoflakepark.com.
Welcome back inside Ralph Engelstead Arena. It's an 18-18 deadlock between Sacred Heart and Kelliher Northome, Linfors Insurance Agency, and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. A lot of foul trouble in the first half for the Mustangs. 3 for Hallstrom, 3 for Thayer. They both sit on the bench right now. Sacred Heart basketball, Sunby on the far right side, dribbles to the wing, carving her way inside and just weaving through everybody. Her shot, though, from right in front comes up well short. Lateral the rebound, Mustangs run the floor. Binkley with 8 first half points. Out to Lundeen on the left wing. Back to Binkley, she has 2 threes. Out to the top, crosses over to her right hand, fires the lateral in the corner. Up to Poxleitner at the top of the key, the sophomore. Drive and kick, right corner, Binkley catches, drives in, 3 dribbles all the way to the rim. Binkley, 2 more. 10 points for Kylie Binkley, and the Mustangs take one of their first leads of the game. It's 20-18, their first lead since the 4-2 mark earlier in the half. 7:50 left to go. Sunby leaves it off to Risky on the left side. She loops all the way around, drives in, and it's too strong, and a rebound tipped out. Lateral corrals it. Lundeen brings it back across the timeline for Kelliher Northome. To lateral in the right corner, looks inside, doesn't have the entry, flips it to Lundeen, thought about the 3, over to the left wing. Binkley, hesitation, defense went under, Binkley launches another 3, missed it. Lundeen, an offensive rebound, didn't have the angle, and Arnson reels in the rebound that time for Sacred Heart. Eagles will push, and Sunby nearly had her pocket picked, but it was tipped out of bounds by Kylie Binkley that time. Finley Horkin back into the game for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart as Kelliher Northome leads by 2, 20-18. Winner will play in the state championship, or rather in the state tournament, I beg your pardon. This is the section championship. Kelliher Northome has never been to the section championship. Lawrence on the inside, lost her footing, flips it out to the right corner, finds Risky, puts a shot up from 11, misses, and then Sunby gets the rebound, nearly got tied up, still a loose ball, and a Mustang player hits the deck, but picked up by Lawrence. 3 from the top is off the mark that time. Binkley down with the rebound for Kelliher Northome. Mustangs back the other way from left to right, trying to push a 4-point lead, or rather push it to a 4-point lead, currently 20-18. Lateral in the right corner, fakes inside, hands it off to Lundeen. Right corner, skips it up to Poxleitner. Free throw line, driving kick. Lateral, weaving, handing off to Lundeen, and an illegal screen called against Kenna Lateral. The official looked like he was watching for it that time. As soon as it occurred, blew the whistle. Pointed back the other direction. That's the first on Lateral. Team's 8th, so Sacred Heart is in the bonus for the remainder of the first half. 6:30 left to play, but they trail by 2, 20-18. Sunby lobs it to the right wing, entering to Horkin. Cross screen underneath to try and free up Lawrence. Back to the left side. Sunby for 3. That's in. 6 points for Leah Sunby. All 3-pointers so far. A pair of them, and it's 21-20. Sacred Heart within, or rather in front by 1. Mustangs across. Binkley on the right side. Runs into a ball screen with Lundeen. Pick and pop to Lateral in the corner. Back to Lundeen. A 3. Got it. Lundeen now with 4 points, 23-21, and the junior answers with a trifecta of her own. Mustangs back in front by a deuce, 5:45 to go first half. Sacred Heart with the orange. Sunby pass deep on the right corner to Horkin. Inside Lawrence, double team from behind, then goes over her left shoulder and puts it off glass for 2. 12 points for Lexi Lawrence, and it's a tie game with 5.5 remaining in the half. Lundeen to the free throw line for Kelliher Northome, off to Binkley. Back to Lundeen, calling for a ball screen. Gets it with Poxleitner, rejects it, goes to her left hand, kicks to Lateral. Extra pass, left corner, Binkley a head fake. Thought about the 3, hesitates to the inside to the dome. Fires it into the corner, back to Binkley. Left side, Lateral. Right-handed dribble off of one leg. Didn't know what to do with it. She fired it off the backboard, and it wasn't close. Lawrence the rebound. Got caught in between a pass and a shot. Might as well been a turnover. An easy pickup that time by Lawrence. 5 minutes to play in the half. We're tied at 23. Sacred Heart has the basketball. Sunby at the top. Offense a little stagnant. Out to Risky. Puts up a 3. That's nothing but net. Who needs to move offensively when you can just launch a 3 and connect on them all the time? It's 26-23. Sacred Heart by 3 points. 4:40 left to play in the half. Winner moves in to the state tournament. Would be their first section championship ever for Kelliher Northome, and the first one in almost 10 years for Sacred Heart. Binkley spins in, and a whistle and a blocking foul called against Leah Sunby as Binkley drove towards the middle, spun back the other way, a patented Kylie Binkley move, and she draws a blocking foul against Leah Sunby, her first and the team's 5th. 2 subs will come in for Kelliher Northome after this made free throw by Kylie Binkley. It's at 24-26. Bristol Binkley into the game for the first time for Kelliher Northome, and 8th grader number 10, Kaya Buntenmeyer. She's in. And Binkley knocks down a pair of free throws, 26-25. Binkley 4 of 4 from the stripe, leads the Mustangs in scoring with 11. 26-25, Sacred Heart by 1. Sacred Heart basketball. Horkin right side. Up to Bernhoff, left side, Arnson inside. Lawrence, quick move to the basket, and Lexi Lawrence finishes on the left side for 2 more. 28-25, and it's been all Lexi Lawrence in the first half for Sacred Heart. She has 14. Inside Lundeen, bounce pass back across. The 8th grader Buntmeyer draws a foul. And Kaya Buntmeyer will shoot 2 free throws. That's the second on Lexi Lawrence, and now the team's 6th. And sub ready and waiting is Anna Kaiser for Sacred Heart, and see if she'll relieve Lawrence here. And she will. Kaiser in, Lawrence out. 4:03 to go first half. First free throw missed by Buntmeyer. Second free throw for the 8th grader. Doesn't dribble it. Takes 0 time. Misses it off the back. And Kaiser the rebound. And it's still a 3-point deficit favoring Sacred Heart 28-25. 3:55 left to go in the half. Sunby forced to her left hand. Hands off to Bernhoff, who drives to the right elbow. Flips it out to Horkin. In, out. Arntzen, extra pass. Sunby left corner. 2 dribbles inside. Draws a double team. Back out. Arntzen launches a 3. Another one for Sacred Heart. 31-25, Sacred Heart by 6. And we asked Coach Lowe, what happens if you're cold from outside, and they're not so far here in the first half. Pox Leitner on the left side. The sophomore leaves it off to Binkley. 6-point game. The Mustangs looking for a big answer here with 3:20 to go in the half. Lundeen drives, trying to get by Arntzen. Flips it to Pox Leitner. Left corner, long 2 from 13. Air ball over the top, and the rebound deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Buntmeyer of Kelliher Northome. Lateral, and number 32, Lexi Hallstrom, into the game now. Sacred Heart basketball, largest lead of the night at 6 points, 31-25. 3:05 to play in the first half. Handoff, Bernhoff, weaving. Horkin gets inside the paint, trying to flip it out. Nowhere to go with it. Now gets it to Arntzen. She drives, dishes, right corner, 3. Bernhoff off the back, pops high into the air. Offensive rebound, put back and rolled in by Kaiser. 33-25 at Sacred Heart by 8. Lundeen across the timeline from left to right for Kelliher Northome. Now they really need a basket this time. Binkley in the right corner. Off to Kylie Binkley. Down on the right wing. Drives all the way in. Draws a foul. And Kylie Binkley continues to stay aggressive with the first half foul trouble from Kate Thayer and Charlie Hallstrom, who both have 3 fouls. Binkley trying to do it herself that time in the possession. Draws the foul. And it's the first on Anna Kaiser. 2 free throws coming for Kylie Binkley, who's 4 of 4 from the stripe so far, and now 5 of 5. Lydia Risky back in for the Eagles. Made free throw makes it 33-26. Binkley a second free throw, also in. Kylie Binkley 6 of 6 from the Bagley Co-op Association free throw line here in the half. Sacred Heart basketball in front by 6 with 2:30 left to go. 33-27. Eagles lead. Right elbow entry. Flare screen back to the left side for Risky. Dribbles it to the right elbow. Bounces it back up to Horkin, who launches another 3, and that's wide left. And Buntmeyer, the 8th grader, down with a rebound. Binkley in the backcourt. Long outlet pass down the left baseline to Binkley. That's Bristol Binkley. Throws up a tough runner from 14 that misses. Risky the rebound. And now Sunby the long pass to Horkin. Puts it up. Puts it in. And one. Sunby finds Horkin running the floor for 2. The foul on Kenna Lateral, her second and the team's 9th. And it's 35-27, Sacred Heart by 8 with 2:03 to go in the first half. Horkin, the 3-point play attempt is in. 3 points for Finley Horkin, and it's a 9-point Sacred Heart lead, 36-27 in a crucial final 2 minutes for Kelliher Northome to try and keep the lead within single digits, or the deficit at least. Lundeen throws up a tough shot from 14. It was short, and an air ball out of bounds, but it was deflected by Sacred Heart. Mustangs basketball. Binkley's going to inbound it. Now the officials will talk about it. And looks like they're adjusting the shot clock potentially. Or the foul on the previous play. They're going to switch the foul. It goes on Bristol Binkley against Kelliher Northome on that last defensive possession. Mustang basketball inbounding on the left side of the baseline. Binkley lobs it out from Lundeen to Binkley, left corner 3, and it's Kylie Binkley keeping the Mustangs in striking distance as she cashes in again. 36-30 after the triple that time by the junior. Sacred Heart the other way, $1:35 to go first half. Lydia Risky, right-handed dribble, spins inside the dome, was blocked. Rebound for the Mustangs. This is Bristol Binkley. They've got numbers out to the right side. Lundeen, long pass. Binkley a head fake, 2 dribble, pull up from 12 is in. Binkley with 18 first half points. Nicely done that time by Kelliher Northome, and just like that, it's a 4-point game. 36-32. The Sacred Heart lead has been trimmed to just 4. 1:10 to go first half. Eagles with the basketball. Sunby in the backcourt. In between the circles, rather in the front court behind the three-point line. Left wing to Arntzen. Pivots towards the top, dribbles that way. 55 seconds to play. Right corner, Sunby open for three, and she puts in another one. The third three-pointer of the half for Leah Sunby, and Sacred Heart has all the answers so far, and they lead by 7, 39-32. Mustangs with the orange lateral in the right corner. Looks inside, goes to Buntmeyer, the 8th grader. Double team back across the lane on the left side. Poxleitner jumper from 6. Or make that Bristol Binkley, I beg your pardon, on the left side. 39-34. Sacred Heart basketball in front by 5, 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll hold for the final shot. Sunby out on the right wing, well beyond, now closer to half court than she is the three-point line. 10 seconds to go. Spins her way to her right hand. Scoop layup well short. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Sacred Heart. Kaiser had a rebound attempt, couldn't hang on. 6 seconds remaining. Kelliher Northome will come across with Kylie Binkley, taking her time. She's not aware of the time. 3, 2, a long three. Binkley off the front, and that'll end the first half. Almost got it to fall, but the first half comes to a close. Your score on the Lindforest Insurance Agency and the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Sacred Heart leading Kelliher Northome by 5, 39-34. The halftime report from Bid It On Auctions, bididon.net, and the Lindforest Insurance Agency. On the way next on yourliveevent.com and KKCQ 96.7 FM.
Northwoods Lumber Company is a second-generation family-owned building material dealer which has served Black Duck, Bemidji, and their surrounding areas since 1973. We are a full-service lumber yard and home center, and we specialize in providing high-quality lumber, building materials, and hardware at fair and competitive prices. We are constantly improving, building on past achievements, and looking forward to new challenges in the future. Stop into either store in Black Duck or Bemidji and experience why Northwoods Lumber Company is the right choice for you and your project.
Are you looking for your next vacation rental? Call or text Mason at Cleve Guard Rentals 701-552-3181. Family fun, girls getaway, retreats and get-togethers. Call or text Mason 701-552-3181. Located on West McDonald Lake, your vacation awaits.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com. Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
Benedictine Mission Coordinator has a great move-in special. For a limited time, you can save $5,000 when you move in. That's $1,000 off your first 4 months of rent, and the $1,000 move-in fee is waived. Your rent at Benedictine Mission Coordinator covers 3 meals a day, home and yard maintenance, indoor access to Essentia Health Clinic and Benedictine Therapy Services, and much more. To schedule an appointment, call Benedictine Mission Court at 218-784-5250. Save $5,000 with this move-in special.
Back here on yourliveevent.com as well, Garden Valley TV and 96.7 FM. KKCQ. Points and rebounding totals coming up here in a little bit, but a big first half by Lexi Lawrence and Kylie Binkley. Binkley for Kelliher Northome, Lawrence for Sacred Heart. The Eagles led early 7-4, held the advantage for a majority of the first half, but the big story in half number 1, foul trouble for Kelliher Northome. We talked about it in the pregame show that they need to stay out of foul trouble because they're not exactly the deepest team in the world, All players that scored in the semifinals for Kelliher Northome were the 5 starters. But foul trouble from this first half. Kate Thayer and Charlie Hallstrom both with 3 fouls in half number 1. Kylie Binkley picking up the slack, though, for the Mustangs, has 18 first half points, 18 of the Mustangs 34. And Lexi Lawrence with 14 points for Sacred Heart as they're making the Mustangs feel their inside presence. Despite the foul trouble, like we said, it's a close game. Back and forth we've gone. The Mustangs trailed by as much as 8 points. They get 9 points late in the half, 36-27, and a short little 7-4 run or 7-3 run to make it a 5-point deficit at the break, 39-34. This is the halftime report from Bidded-On Auctions, biddedon.net, as well as the Linfors Insurance Agency with locations in Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Mahnomen, Ada, and Fertile. Linfors Insurance Agency. We'll get to the full rebound, or rather the full points and rebounding totals here and adjust a little bit. But it's Sacred Heart by 5 at the break, 39-34. The halftime report continues after this on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Grow with us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661. Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
Hi, this is Val from Ada Borup West. I want to say thank you for the support of the Ada Borup West School. The students, staff, administration, and leaders in the school are working together every day to make sure that the students are given every opportunity to succeed, and that is made possible from the support that the community has offered. From the Booster Club to the many other organizations and groups that have come together, thank you from all of us at Ada Borup West School, home of the Cougars.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Back inside the halftime report from Bidded-On Auctions, biddedon.net. Sacred Heart leading Kelliher Northome at the break, 39-34. Let's get to some first half numbers as promised, brought to you by Smile Designs of Fosston. First for the Sacred Heart Eagles, Ella Ernstson knocked down a three-pointer. Finley Horkin, 3 points and 3 rebounds. Leah Sunby had 3 three-pointers. She has 9 points. Lydia Risky hit a 3 as well. And a couple of other baskets. Risky with 6 points. Anna Kaiser had 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 points for Kate Bernhoft. And Lexi Lawrence leading the way for Sacred Heart with 14 points and 3 rebounds. For Kelliher Northome, Kate Thayer had 4 points and 2 rebounds, 3 first half fouls. Bristol Binkley, an 8th grader off the bench with 2 points. Kenna Lateral had 3 points, 2 rebounds. Allie Lundeen, 4 points and 3 rebounds. Kylie Binkley leading the way here for Kelliher Northome and really keeping the Mustangs in it with 18 points and 2 rebounds, and she's 6 of 6 from the Bagley Co-op Association free throw line. 12 rebounds total for Kelliher Northome, 13 for Sacred Heart, so the Eagles edging out the rebounding battle tonight. Turnover totals, Kelliher Northome has 9, Sacred Heart has 4. It looked a little sloppy early for the Mustangs, but they've settled down since then with the 9 turnovers and 4 for Sacred Heart. And from the Bagley Co-op Association free throw line, the Mustangs shot 8 of 12 for 66%, and Sacred Heart was 4 of 9 for 44%. Those are your first half stats brought to you by Smile Designs of Foston. At Smile Designs by Sandwick, they are committed to your health, beauty, and relaxation. Visit their website today to book an appointment for braces, clear aligners, therapeutic, or cosmetic aesthetics. And after your appointment, schedule to relax and unwind in their state-of-the-art massage chair. We are 18 minutes away from crowning a champion in Section 8A girls basketball. Will it be Sacred Heart or Kelliher Northome? It's Sacred Heart by 5 at the half, 39-34. Second half action from Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. On the way next on KKCQ, YourLiveEvent.com, and Garden Valley TV.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
ChryslerCenter.com.
Second half, it's Kelliher Northome basketball to start. Hallstrom on the inside, pivoting around, handoff, Thayer. Hallstrom and Thayer both with 3 fouls in the first half. Shot misses. Thayer gets tied up on the baseline. She hits the deck, and the basketball will go to East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. So Charlie Hallstrom and Kate Thayer both with 3 fouls in the first half. Keep an eye on that the rest of the way. Sacred Heart basketball. First possession here of half number 2. Sunby across the timeline, left elbow to Lexi Lawrence. Fakes back door, doesn't have it. Pulls up from 15 at the left elbow, misses, and the rebound, last touched out of bounds by Lydia Risky down on the baseline. So a pair of stops for both teams in the first half, or rather in their first possessions of the second half. Kelliher Northome with it, and the foul trouble, the big story, but also Kylie Binkley with 18 first half points for Kelliher Northome. Mustangs with it. Thayer to Lundeen on the left side. Runs into a ball screen with Hallstrom. Screen and roll, rather pick and pop. Left elbow, Hallstrom. Out on the wing. Binkley, right-handed dribble to the elbow. Hop step, bodies hit the deck. Leaves it off to lateral on the right baseline. And her shot from 14 misses. Lawrence with her 4th rebound for Sacred Heart. Sunby brings it back across the timeline as the Eagles head towards the north end of Ralph Engelstad Arena. Sunby trying to direct some traffic with her left hand. The offense hasn't been sharp by Sacred Heart. Really, throughout this game, it's been stagnant, but they've knocked down a lot of three-pointers. Over to the left wing, into the corner now. Sunby inside. Lawrence off the entry pass to the top of the key. Swickla, and that's stolen away. Thayer throws it back across, and then she gets called for a travel. So a turnover that time on Kelliher Northome, trying to take advantage of the fast break opportunity. A minute and a half into the second half, and it's 39-34. Neither team yet to score. Sacred Heart by 5. Perkin, left corner. Down inside, Lawrence, middle of the paint. Tries to bank it in. Hallstrom stood straight up. Nicely done that time. Made it difficult. Reels in a rebound. Brings it back across the timeline up to the top. 3 on the way. Off the left side of the rim by Kate Thayer. And the rebound reeled in by Lydia Risky of Sacred Heart. Eagles head back the other direction with a right-handed dribble by Leah Sunby, the primary ball handler for the Eagles. Bounces it into the right corner twice to Swickla. Looks inside, cutting in. Risky spins towards the middle, pivots back the opposite side. A little out of control, and then they went high off glass and got it to go. I don't know how Lydia Risky got that one to fall, but it's 41-34. Sacred Heart by 7, 15-45, second half. Lundeen brings it across the timeline. Kelliher Northome basketball. Hallstrom inside. Thayer got behind the defensive power dribble, puts it up, and she left it short. Good half-court set that time, but Thayer just comes up empty. Sunby down the near sideline. We're into the front court, races all the way down to the baseline, off to Lawrence, up the wing. Risky to the free throw line. Pivots back the other way. Backdoor for Lawrence, doesn't have it. Goes to Sunby, right wing 3, too strong. And then it bounces over the back and out of bounds. Lucky for Kelliher Northome that time. The three-pointer wide open for Leah Sunby, who drilled 3 of them in the first half. Comes up empty that time around. Would have pushed it to a 10-point game. Right now it's 7, 41-34 Eagles. Lateral at the top. No hesitation. Lines it up, and that's well short. She hit the deck, but an offensive rebound. Thayer, middle of the paint. Bounces it across. Hallstrom falling away. High off glass. Rolls in. The first points of the game for Charlie Hallstrom. And it's 41-36, and that's because she had 3 first-half fouls. Sunby spins her way back into the front court for Sacred Heart. Off to Horkin at the top, drives in. Check that, it was risky. Horkin in the right corner. Left-handed dribble, brings it up to the wing, finds a little space. Across the paint, Lawrence, and can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped out to Binkley. Hallstrom, long baseball pass to lateral, mishandles it, leaves it off to Thayer. Bounce pass, Hallstrom puts it in for 2. 4 points for Charlie Hallstrom now, 41-38, back to within 3. That last defensive stand, Hallstrom couldn't do much, but Lawrence still missed the layup anyway. Sunby into the front court, down to the baseline, finds a shaping up Lawrence, and she misses another bunny, misses a second, no, she does cash in on the third. Thought that third attempt for Lawrence was going to miss as well, but it pushes it to 4, 42-38. Left baseline, Kelliher Northome. Hallstrom for 3, too much. Rebound down to Risky. From the left corner, Hallstrom was off the mark, and you can't help but think that because she sat almost probably 15 minutes of the first half that she's just a little cold after not playing. Left wing, Risky. Right baseline, or rather towards the dome. Inside to Lawrence, gets behind Hallstrom, and another finish by Lexi Lawrence, 18 points, and a timeout by Sacred Heart, who leads now by 6. 45-38, make it 7 points rather. Eagles in front with 13:39 to play. We're back after this.
This is Drew Ness, your local ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Over my nearly 2-decade career, I've prided myself on being a relationship lender, listening to my customers, and providing custom-tailored solutions based on their financial goals. With true local decision-making done right here in the Red River Valley, you can be sure American Federal Bank will be with you every step of the way. Call 784-7121 or stop by the office and visit with me, Drew Ness, your local experienced ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
With the community. Welcome back out of that timeout, brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada, and also brought to you by the Foston A&W. It's 45-38, Mustangs by 7, or rather Eagles by 7. Mustang basketball, Thayer all the way to the rim for 2. 6 points for Kate Thayer, 45-40. Sacred Heart by 5. Quickly back into the front court are the Eagles, and it's poked away from behind and then off the leg that time. It was Lundeen poking it away from behind and then off the leg of Finley Horkin. And that's turnover number 2 of the second half. So nicely done by Allie Lundeen on the defensive play. Mustangs can cut it to a 2-point game with a made 3. Kate Thayer dribbles it over to the right wing. Down screen for Binkley, looks inside, now goes to Hallstrom at the left elbow, gets all the way down to the baseline, and a fall-away jumper from about 7 feet is in. Charlie Hallstrom for 2, 45-42. A nice answer coming out of that timeout by Kelliher Northome to cut it to 3. Over on the left wing, Sacred Heart basketball. Now it's stolen away. Burnout had it stolen away by Kylie Binkley, and she's got 20 points. 45-44, and just like that, it's a 1-point game. 2 subs will come in on the next dead ball for Sacred Heart. Lexi Lawrence, who has 18 points, will be one of them. Out at the top, Bernhoff dribbles it all the way down to the baseline. Make that Horkin. Hands off to Sunby in the corner. Lob pass to the top. Arnson head fake on a 3. Drives in with the left hand. Cut off. Pass across the lane. Oh, nearly turned over. Caught though by Kaiser. Misses the shot and the rebound out of bounds. The officials look at each other. The baseline official says, I didn't see it. The sideline official signals towards Kelliher Northome. And Coach Lowe for Sacred Heart doesn't like it as the official has his hands in his pockets. Hears him out. But the basketball stays with Kelliher Northome. 12:18 to go, second half. 1-point game in the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship. The winner to the state tournament for the first time in a long time. Would be the first time ever for Northome Kelliher. Left elbow, Hallstrom dribbles it out. Out towards the top of the key. Lundeen drives down, pivots back toward the middle, and she gets called for a travel. Driving in that time, Lundeen pivoting back towards the middle to try and find an open teammate. But a travel called, and it's 45-44, Sacred Heart by 1. Horkin angling toward the middle, brings it across the logo from left to right for Sacred Heart. Over to Sunby, right corner, 3 off the heel, high into the air. Hallstrom make it Binkley, clears the rebound. Binkley back across the logo, fires it to Hallstrom in the right corner. Baseline, sizing up Lawrence, giving her space. Inside, Buntenmeyer, middle of the paint, flips it up, the 8th grader, too strong. Lawrence comes down with the rebound, and here comes Sunby, off and running down the near sideline on the right side. Dribbling all the way over to the left wing. The junior Sunby pulls it out, poked away from behind, and another turnover. It was a steal by Lundeen. Hallstrom picks up the loose ball, and the layup is in, and the Mustangs take the lead. Hallstrom now with 8 points, 46-45. Kelliher Northome by 1. Sacred Heart trying to take the lead right back towards the top of the key. Risky left wing. Ernstson inside Lawrence, double team, triple team, steps through, lost it out of bounds. It stays with Sacred Heart. What a run by Kelliher Northome coming out of that timeout. An 8-0 run from the 14:38 mark, and they have the lead 46-45, 10:55 to go. Inbounds to Lawrence at the elbow, drives in, steps through, left it short, and she gets called for a travel. Five turnovers already in the second half for Sacred Heart. They only had 4 in the first 18 minutes overall. Mustangs basketball. Thayer brings it back across the logo from right to left. Dribbles over to the left wing. Down screen. They don't find Binkley. Fires it over to Lundeen on the right wing. Gets to her left hand at the top. Stops from 14. Lundeen too strong. Lawrence fighting for the rebound. And then it pinballs into the hands of Risky for rebound number 6. Sunby curls around, catches it for Sacred Heart as the Eagles trail by 1, 46-45, 10:20 to play. The junior Sunby dribbling around the arc, hands it off to Ernstson. Inside the dome, looks left, goes to Horkin for the lead, off the heel, long rebound, and it's run down by Horkin. A second chance for Sacred Heart. Left side, Risky drives in, and she gets hit. And Lydia Risky back to the line for 2. The foul that time on Allie Lundeen. She has fouls to spare. Her first, team's first, and 2 free throws for Risky. The first free throw for the tie. In and out. 46-45 still. Mustangs by 1, 10-10 to go, second half. Second free throw by Risky is up and nothing but net, tie game. 9 points for Lydia Risky. And it's 46-46. 10:05 to play. Left wing. Thayer dribbles into it. Loops around. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. And she banks it in with the right hand from a couple feet away. 8 points for Kate Thayer. And it's 48-46. Kelliher Northome by 2. Sunby races back into the front court. Drives in. Dribbling around to the left wing. Inside to Lawrence. Out in front. And she flips it up and in. And it's back at a tie game. 48-all. It's not an efficient offensive possession by Sacred Heart, but they'll take it any way they can. Sunby, a lot of dribbling around, gets it to Lawrence, who now has 20 points. Binkley on the left side for Kelliher Northome. Inside, Hallstrom, left block, falling away over Lawrence. Tough shot, well short. Rebound down to Risky. 7th rebound of the game. Sunby back into the front court for Sacred Heart from left to right. Driving downhill, stops at the elbow, goes to Ernstson in the corner. Baseline, pivoting around, flipped back out in the corner, Lawrence. Buntenmeyer now on her. The 8th grader, no fouls. Hallstrom has 3. They switch that defensively. On the right side, Horkin just beyond the three-point line. Shot clock to 10. Horkin, drive in, kick, 3 on the way. Risky misses, and the rebound brought in by Thayer, and then it was ripped away and picked up by Hallstrom, who's stuck in the backcourt. The Mustangs have numbers. It's a 5-on-3, back to a 5-on-4. Lundeen for 3. Well, shortened an air ball out of bounds. Saved, and then thrown off the leg of the Eagles. It was thrown off the leg of Risky. Basketball was picked up by Ernstson. Her left foot was on the baseline, out of bounds. And the Mustangs keep the basketball. 48-48, 8:40 to go. Second half. Winner to the state tournament. Off the inbound. Binkley for the lead. Misses that 3 from the left corner, and a rebound and a tie-up. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul against Thayer. Man, that sure looked like a clean jump ball that time from Thayer, and Coach Waldo pleading his case on the far side. It's the fourth foul on Kate Thayer, and Coach Waldo still giving the official an earful, even as he's in the front court, and he'll have to be careful. The ref puts his whistle in his mouth, then he jogs back the other direction. Sacred Heart basketball can take the lead with a made shot. Sunby into the right corner. Horkin had a little time with it. Rather, that was risky. Goes up to Arntzen on the wing. Left-handed dribble towards the top of the key. Picks it up. And the pass was intercepted by Thayer. And a steal, rather it was Lundeen, and a foul on Sacred Heart. The foul on Finley Horkin is her second. Help side there. Nicely done by the Mustangs, rotating around, covering the open player. And they force turnover number 9 of the game against Sacred Heart. Mustangs basketball inside. Wang on the right side, put it up, and she misses it out of bounds. Lawrence, the rebound, saved it. Rebound number 8 to go with her 20 points. Sunby into the front court, driving into the free throw line, out to the right corner. Bernhofer 3, that's in. Three-pointer by Finley Horkin makes it 51-48. Mustangs towards the top. The tie, that's good. Kate Thayer in the clutch for 3. 11 points for Thayer. The Mustangs have the answer, and it's 51-51. Halfway home here in the second half, 7:30 to go. Winner will be the section champion. Backdoor pass inside and driving in. Missing strong was risky. Lawrence an offensive rebound and another putback off the mark. And 2 free throws coming, though she was fouled. The foul against Emma Wang. That's her first personal, make it her second team personal, rather, and the team's third. Lawrence at the line for 2, who's 2 of 4. Free throws up and in. 21 points for Lexi Lawrence, and that gives the lead to Sacred Heart, 52-51, 7:20 to play. Second free throw is in, out, and now officially out, and it's saved on the baseline, but it hit the baseline first before Hallstrom went for it. Mustang basketball. Across the timeline, Kelliher Northome. Handoff. Thayer all the way to the rim. Puts it up and a foul called. A blocking foul that time against Sacred Heart. They threw it to the left elbow. Thayer took the handoff, drives all the way in, and draws a foul against Finley Horkin, her third, team second, and now Kate Thayer at the stripe for 2 big free throws. First 2 free throws of the game for Thayer. The high arching free throw is short. 7:09 to go. Bryn Stevens, an 8th grader, in for the first time now for Sacred Heart. Thayer for the tie. Off the front, she missed them both, and it's last touched out of bounds by Wang. So Thayer, who comes up empty on that free throw appearance, missed them both, and it's still 52-51 Sacred Heart. Working into the front court, fires it to the right corner. Sunby for 3, off the mark. Lawrence an offensive rebound, stumbling around, and she got hit from behind, and that one's on Binkley that time. Foul on Kylie Binkley is her first. Team's 4th, and 2 free throws now for Lexi Lawrence. 2 more. 3 of 6 from the stripe. First one to make it a 2-point game is good. 53-51, Sacred Heart by 2, 22 points for Lexi Lawrence. Second free throw also in. 23 points for Lawrence, 2 big-time free throws, and it's a 3-point Sacred Heart lead, 54-51, 6:50 left to go. Kelliher Northome basketball. Kate Thayer, baseline drive, cut off, lob pass towards the top, nearly thrown away, and it is. Binkley couldn't get to it in time. Thayer drove baseline, and then she tried to skip it out. Now Coach Waldo for Kelliher Northome will take a timeout. A full timeout. Kelliher Northome trailing by 3 with 6:42 to go in the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship. Timeouts brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada and the Foston A&W.
Bears Home Solutions is the Red River Valley's premier HVAC and plumbing company. Our team of friendly, licensed professionals has delivered top-notch service to the Red River Valley since 1978. Bears Home Solutions is the only name you need to know when it comes to heating, cooling, and plumbing installation, service, or repair. When you want it done right the first time, you need a bear in there.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Welcome back out of that timeout. It's a 3-point Sacred Heart lead, 54-51, and it is Sacred Heart basketball inside Lawrence, right mid-post area. Drive, kick, out to the right corner. Horkin for three, missed it. Sunby on the opposite side. The rebound already her second. Shortest player on the floor. Nearly turned it over from her knees. Throws it to Arnson. Left corner three is good. 57-51. An off-scheduled play, and it's a 6-point Sacred Heart lead. Does Kelliher Northome have an answer? And another run in them. To the top, Thayer from downtown, off the right side of the rim. Hallstrom runs down the rebound. In the right corner, working on Lawrence. Entry pass, and that's nearly turned over. Wang tries to pick it up, and it is turned over. Loose ball picked up by Bryn Stevens. Make that Lexi Lawrence down there, and Stevens on the inside. Sunby back across left corner. Nobody accounting for Horkin. Another one. Back-to-back threes by Finley Horkin, and it's a 60-51 game. A 6-0 run out of the timeout for Sacred Heart. Binkley inside the dome. To the left corner, Hallstrom puts up a three. Off the heel, Stevens a rebound. Sacred Heart back across from left to right. 5:25 left to go. Two subs will come in, one for each team on the next dead ball. Sunby left wing, dribbling around towards the top. Looks right, goes that way to Horkin. Right-handed dribble back over to the left side. Deep in the corner, inside Lawrence. Wang with her. Looked for the drop step, and then she puts up a shot that got blocked. Lundeen down with the rebound. Long pass near side to Binkley, left corner. The pass was caught that time by Thayer, and she got fouled by Sacred Heart. Foul on Ernst is her second, team's third. And now another timeout. This time a 30-second timeout by Coach Kevin Waldo, who finds themselves down by 9 with 5:02 to go in the game. It's 60-51. Sacred Heart in front by 9 points. We're back after this on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
The Bennett Hoagland Agency only sells and services crop insurance. Because each farm operation is different, John, Wayne, and Marissa strive to help you develop a cost-effective insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether it's common crops, specialty crops, livestock, or crop hail, please call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency and fine-tune your risk management plan today. The Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, an equal opportunity provider.
Timeouts brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. And the Foston A&W on Highway 2 West in Foston. Kelliher Northome basketball. They trail by 9 with 5 minutes to go, 60-51. A near turnover in the corner. Lundeen picks it up, and now it is ripped away by Sunby, and it is a turnover. Turnover number 5 of the second half, and a quick offensive possession, but the Mustangs now need a big defensive stop. Sunby across in between the circles, spinning around, gets by her defender, hands off to Lawrence, right elbow, flare screen, three on the way. Lydia Risky, a three-pointer. 63-51, Sacred Heart by 12. Bounce pass left elbow to Hallstrom. Fakes the handoff, looks inside, dribbling over to the right wing, bounces it to Binkley at the top. She's only got 2 points in the second half, bumped by Sunby, and that's a blocking foul against Leah Sunby. Still a lot of time left to go in the game, but East Grand Forks, Sacred Heart knocking down some big-time shots here, trying to snatch any momentum that Kelliher Northome might have. Lob pass towards the middle to Thayer. Nearly ripped away, and the rebound underneath. Budmeyer couldn't get it. Now she gets tied up with Lawrence, and the jump ball to Sacred Heart. They tried that little lob on the baseline to Thayer. Lawrence was ready for it. And it's Sacred Heart basketball in front by 12, 63-51 in a collision on the near sideline. Binkley gets called for a blocking foul. little out of position trying to cut off Horkin. And the foul on Binkley is her second, team's fifth. 4:08 to go, second half. Sacred Heart by 12, 63-51. Big-time shots here in these last couple of possessions by the Eagles. Three-pointers. Coming into the game, we know that Sacred Heart was such a good three-point shooting team, and they're showing it here again tonight. Into the right corner from Sunby to Ernsten. She puts up a three off the front of the rim. Rebound, fought for and taken away by Sunby that time, and now in the corner and out of bounds. Last touch by Binkley and Kelliher Northome. Sacred Heart will keep the basketball, and Coach Lowe will take a timeout for Sacred Heart. Full timeout. Eagles in control by 12, 63-51. 3:51 to go.
When it comes to expert timber harvesting and land clearing, Big H Ranch of Black Duck gets the job done right. With a commitment to sustainable forestry, we provide efficient professional logging services for both residential and commercial clients. From selective harvesting to full land clearing, our experienced team ensures responsible and eco-friendly solutions to meet your needs. Need reliable logging services? Call Big H Ranch today at 218-243-2413.
You'll love these prices on Firestone all-season tires at Bitker Inc. This sweetheart sale at Bitker Inc. on Firestone all-season tires includes huge discounts. Visit with Troy at Bitker Inc., located between Ada and Halsted. Bitker Inc., 218-456-SHOP. That phone number, 218-456-7467. Sweet prices all month on Firestone all-season tires at Bitker Inc.
Coming out of that timeout, Sacred Heart by 12, 63-51. The Eagles trying to get back into the state tournament for the first time since 2016, and they nearly turned it over. It was last touched by Hallstrom. The Eagles won the section in 2016 and the section championship in 2017, but they lost to Red Lake that year. Lawrence on the right side had that shot deflected. Rebound down to Hallstrom. Kelliher Northome can't have a ton of empty possessions here, down by 12. Hallstrom left corner, gets to her left hand, drives in, cut off by Risky. Left mid-post area, bounces it to Thayer. Head fake, baseline, cut off. Hallstrom left wing. Inside the dome, driving in on Risky, spins toward the middle, puts it up, high off the glass, off the mark. Lawrence clears another rebound. 12 rebounds for Lexi Lawrence to go along with her 23 points. Sacred Heart basketball now well in control by 12. 3:10 to go. Driving down. Risky. Lost it out of bounds. Hallstrom got a hand on it. 3 minutes to go here in the second half. 63-51. Sacred Heart led by 5 at the break. 39-34. Baseline inbounds into Lawrence, and she gets pushed around. She catches it and draws a foul against Kate Thayer that time. If it is on Thayer, that's her fifth. And it is. So tough night for Kate Thayer. Her fifth personal foul, 11 points and 3 rebounds. She had 3 fouls in the first half alone, as did Charlie Hallstrom. 1-1 here for Lexi Lawrence. The free throw is up. Rather getting 2 free throws. It was a shooting foul. Makes the first. 64-51. Sacred Heart now by 13 with 3:09 to go. Second free throw by Lawrence. Off the heel, and the rebound to Lundeen. 3:05 left. Binkley, right baseline, drives in, puts up a tough floater, misses it off the front. Sunby, the rebound, has to just flip it out to somebody, and she does so successfully to Lawrence. Now stuck in the backcourt, long pass to Horkin on the far side. Brings it back into the front court with a right-handed dribble, 2:45 remaining. Remember, Kelliher Northome was down by 5 to BGMR with 2 minutes to play in the quarterfinals, but deficit here, 13. Arntzen in the left corner. Down to Sunby. Puts up a 3, and that's missed. Lundeen the rebound. Off and running from right to left. Lundeen the other direction. Puts it up and in for 2. 6 points for Allie Lundeen. 11-point game. 64-53. 2:20 remaining. Kelliher Northome looking for a quick stop here on defense. Horkin avoids the cutoff. Out to Arntzen. To the top. Driving in. All alone for 2. Lydia Risky. 14 points. for Risky, and it's 66-53 in another Kelliher Northome timeout brought to you by the Foston A&W and Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada. We're back in 60 seconds on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Welcome back to Ralph Engelstead Arena, where time is beginning to run out for Kelliher Northome, down by 13, 66-53 Mustang basketball, 2 minutes to go. Lundeen over to Binkley on the right side. She's only scored 2 points in the second half after scoring 18 in the first. A lateral, right corner three, flat, hard off the front. Rebound into the corner, out of bounds, last touch by Sacred Heart. Mustang basketball, Binkley on the left side of the lane. Around the top to Lundeen. Screening for the inbounder, Binkley. Wide open for three. She's going to put it up. She got clobbered in the corner, and Binkley's going to shoot three. Stevens the closeout. She ran into her. So the first on Stevens, team's fifth, and Binkley at the line for three. She's 6 for 6 from the stripe. Now 7 for 7. $21 points for Kylie Binkley. Second free throw also in. Big time free throws by Binkley here. Makes it a 9-point game. Third free throw off the front, but gets the shooter's roll. 23 points for Kylie Binkley makes it a 10-point game, 66-56. Kelliher Northome needing a quick stop. Sunby in the backcourt brings it into the front with a right-handed dribble. To the right corner, Arntzen. Long pass towards the top. Horkin to Sunby to Arntzen. Puts up a three. Puts it in! 13-point Sacred Heart lead. The third three-pointer of the game for Arntzen. And it's 69-56. The Eagles have had the answer all night long. Mustang basketball, Binkley entry pass, stolen away on the help side by Lawrence. Turnover number 15 of the game, and Eagle fans can feel it. 1:05 to go. Sunby over to the left corner, a long two, Risky short off the front. Hallstrom down with the rebound. Hallstrom back across from right to left for the Mustangs. Pivoting around, looks inside, doesn't have it, goes to lateral, to Binkley at the top, launching a long three and an air ball out of bounds. 45 seconds remaining, and the Eagles on the verge of heading back to the state tournament for the first time since 2016. And a cramp on the floor as Lydia Risky hits the deck, and a timeout called by Sacred Heart. Brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine in Ada and the Foston A&W. We're back after this.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated. So you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Sacred Heart basketball coming out of the timeout on the verge of a section championship. 35 seconds. Far side. Picked up by Bernhoff, the freshman, to Sunby, and Coach Waldo's going to empty his bench. Right corner to Arnson. To the top. Sunby well beyond the line, and a whistle and a foul called as Binkley fouls Sunby. The East Grand Forks Sacred Heart Eagles off to the state tournament for the first time since 2016. The Eagles were in the state tournament, or rather in the section championship, in 2016 and 2017. They lost in 2017, and looking at the roster, there's a real possibility the Eagles could be right back in this position next year with just 2 seniors on the varsity roster. Free throw by Sunby is in. She has 10. (70-56), Sacred Heart after the made free throw by Sunby. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound comes down. New 5 in for Kelliher Northome. Into the right corner. Deflected out of bounds. Pass intended for Bella Elhart. 17.5 remaining. Don't go away. Post-game report. We'll be down on the floor talking with coaches and players. Mustangs inbounding. Bounce pass comes in. Down to the baseline. And stepping on the baseline that time was Bristol Binkley. Turnover number 16 of the game. 14 seconds remaining. And the Sacred Heart Eagles can just dribble it out. For the first time since 2016, the East Grand Forks Sacred Heart Eagles are your Section 8A girls basketball champions. The final score on the Linfors Insurance Agency and Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard: Sacred Heart 70, Kelliher Northome 56. The post-game report coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com, 96.7 FM, KKCQ, and Garden Valley TV.
At Deerwood Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we're committed to supporting our youth, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether it's sponsoring local sports teams or funding educational programs, we've been dedicated to helping our future leaders grow and succeed since 1910. Because at Deerwood Bank, we know that investing in our youth is investing in a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at any of our 14 Minnesota locations. Deerwood Bank, banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC.
I'm Dan Sukert, your Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why my Edward Jones office is a proud sponsor of Park Christian Falcons basketball. Call 701-281-5264 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
When it comes to community banking, trust the team that's always in your corner. At First State Bank of Kelliher and Big Fork, we're proud to serve our communities with personalized service, local decision-making, and the financial solutions you need to succeed. Whether you're saving for the future, growing your business, or buying a new home, we're here to help every step of the way. And speaking of success, good luck to the Kelliher Northome Mustangs in the section playoffs. Play hard, play smart, and go Mustangs. First State Bank of Kelliher and Big Fork, hometown banking at its best since 1912.
First National Bank Bemidji isn't just a bank. We're believers in a bright future for the community. Our customers are more than names on a screen. They're neighbors, each with their own story. Every day, we help them reach their dreams. confident that what's good for the community is good for us. We always remember where we're from and who we're here for. Because at First National Bank Bemidji, we're better together.
Fisher Petroleum in Northome is located at 12,227 2nd Street. Open 7 days a week, Fisher Petroleum is the place you can go to fuel up and grab snacks while you're out on the road. Stop in and say hi to the friendly staff with great customer service. This is your one-stop shop for fuel and fill-up needs in Northome. Fisher Petroleum would also like to extend a best of luck to the Northome Kelliher basketball team at the Section 8A tournament. Your hard work has been tremendous all season long. Good luck from Fisher Petroleum in Northome.
Which is for Sacred Heart, the Section 8A champions, defeating Northome Kelliher just a moment ago, 70-56. And really a terrific game, back and forth action. And Sacred Heart just able to pull away there in the second half. Some really big shots and a terrific contest. Both teams accepting their awards right now. And Dawson, do you got me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you, James. A little quiet, but it's all good. A lot of excitement down here. I think I'm going to credit that to the crowd noise. Yes. As there's an award ceremony with each players getting their medals. Sacred Heart now getting theirs, and Kelliher Northome on their side, and then they're going to give the plaque to the champions and the runners up here shortly.
And Dawson, what a game we just saw right there, especially down the stretch. The Sacred Heart Eagles coming up with big shot after big shots.
Well, I mean, we said it in the pregame show with Coach Lowe in our pregame coach's interview. I asked him, I said, you know, if the shots aren't falling, what's the game plan? How do you adjust? Well, we talked about how they adjust, but they didn't need it. There is no sense in talking about the adjustments being made because they knocked down big shot after big shot. When the Mustangs, it seemed like they were going to crawl their way back into the game. Hey, the Eagles, they would knock down a few. Whether it was Leah Senby or Emily Horton or anybody, it was unbelievable, the shooting performance by the Eagles tonight.
It really was. And it's loud in this building right now. It's loud in my headphones. What atmosphere here in the Ralph Engelstad Arena, Dawson. And a very hard-fought game. You're going to catch up with some players and coaches of the Sacred Heart Eagles. I see you trying to hear me in the headphones down there. Right now, the Sacred Heart Eagles accepting their medals, and we saw terrific performances around the board here. Ella Arnsick, she had 3 triples for a total of 9 points, and really a couple of those threes down the stretch to really kind of seal the deal for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Finley Harkin, she had 9 points. Leah Sunby finished with 10 points, but Leah Sunby, Dawson, we talk about it all night. She does it all for that Eagles team. Just handling the basketball, never really seems to make any mistakes.
Yeah, that's just it. She's almost mistake-free as the night goes on. She handles the basketball for nearly the entire 36 minutes. I didn't keep track, but I wouldn't be surprised if Leah did not sit at all throughout the course of the game in this one. And she's all over the place, a really good defensive player, just wreaking havoc. But she came up with some big shots on the outside tonight.
Absolutely. And then Lydia Risky, another big-time player for the Sacred Heart Eagles, finished with 14 points. And then what can we say about Lexi Lawrence, Dawson? That is an all-time performance there, finishing with 24 points, double-double, multitude of rebounds here. You got them tallied up. I believe she's up around 15 rebounds or so. I'll try
24 and 13, I think, if I'm counting right. Or maybe that's 12, somewhere in there. Either way, it's a double-double, and we knew that was going to be a big key for Sacred Heart tonight, too, with their presence on the inside with Lexi Lawrence. Kelliher Northome, they don't have a ton of height, but they were trying to rely on their physicality, and Lexi Lawrence didn't back down to the challenge whatsoever.
Yeah, and the physicality kind of cost them there in that first half, Dogs, and getting in foul trouble very quickly. A couple of the players, Hallstrom, picking up 3 fouls in that first minute of the game. That was a key for Sacred Hearts to get out to a lead.
didn't hear you, James. I'm going to be honest with you. They just announced Coach Lowe for Sacred Heart, and they're about to go crazy here.
You can hear it. It is pandemonium here inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Always is during the Section 8A tournament. And we're going to go down to the floor right now. Dalton is with coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles.
Hey, Coach Lowe joining us here on the post-game show. First-year head coach. And, well, Coach, what's the secret? 1 year, section champions. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, this is a really unbelievable group, obviously. And they've just bought into everything we've done all year long. And, you know, they talk about peaking at the right time of year, and that's exactly what we've done. And I'm so proud of their effort defensively. They just absolutely battle night in and night out, and it's tough to score against us. And yeah, just extremely proud of this group.
We knew that you guys would have the physical advantage tonight, or at least the height advantage. Lexi Lawrence, she exploited that tonight with her efforts on the inside. But you guys still, we talked about it in the pregame show about the size advantage and hitting shots. And do you remember when we talked about adjustments if you're not hitting shots? Well, that didn't matter tonight.
Right. Yeah, we were able to make shots. And, you know, I still think we did a good job of attacking the paint when we needed to, though, and finding Lexi on the post when she was open. And we also talked about weathering the storm. You know, we were up 10 at one point, and they came back and tied it. And we just, you know, we had to put the brakes on there, and that was the storm, and we weathered it, and we were able to continue on and build another bit of a lead there.
Yeah, and, you know, there's a very real possibility. Obviously, enjoy the championship, enjoy the state tournament run, but looking at your roster, not a ton of seniors, and there's a very good chance we could be doing this again. Same date, same time next year.
That's the goal, but I can tell you one thing, that Northome Kelliher team's also very young, and they were going to return a whole bunch of players. We've got great teams in our sections, you know, that are going to compete, and there's not going to be any easy road to this game again next year with the competition that we have in our section.
Well, hey, sounds good, Coach. I appreciate you taking some time to talk with me, and, well, congratulations. Enjoy it.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. That's Coach Lowe of the Sacred Heart Eagles with us on the post-game report here tonight. James, back up to you. We'll track down some players here momentarily.
Awesome. Really cool stuff. First-year head coach, and he's cutting down a net in his first year here inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. The Sacred Heart Golden Eagles winning this one over Northome Kelliher with a score of 70-56. And we'll keep it live for you right here. If you're listening to us on the radio, you can head on over to the YourLiveEvent.com live stream and get a view of the celebration as Sacred Heart cutting down the nets here at Thief River Falls. We saw terrific performances all around the court from both sides tonight. But in the end, it's the Sacred Heart team that's cutting down the nets. And they're going to move on to the state tournament. And I'm imagining they'll be a force to be reckoned with in the state tournament, Dawson.
Well, they've got a lot of really nice pieces headed into the tournament. Lexi Lawrence on the inside. And they've got size kind of all around, just as far as height goes and their physicality with Lexi Lawrence, Lydia Risky. Finley Horkin, I think, is a guard that has a little bit of size as well. I mean, they're just a well-rounded group of basketball players, honestly. And they're, with the exception of the size with Leah Sunby, who is the shortest player on the floor, but she doesn't play like it. That's the difference, James, right? She's at the height disadvantage, but she's at the advantage in she plays mistake-free basketball. She's a smart player, and defensively, you can call her a little bit of a pest. Yep. She wreaks havoc on the defensive end, and that's just a huge advantage for Sacred Heart. So yeah, they've got a really nice team headed to the state tournament.
Well, it's that inside-out game with Lawrence and Sunby and the shooters around the arc, Dawson. If they're hitting from three and they're getting the ball inside to Lexi Lawrence, they can compete with anybody, and that's exactly what we saw this evening.
Well, no doubt, and especially in today's day and age of high school basketball, everybody wants to jack up the three, but can they shoot the three is the big difference, right? Sacred Heart, they jack them up. And usually you say you jack up a three because you're forcing it up. Sacred Heart, they don't force up a ton of threes. Drive, kick. They get big passes to their shooters. Their shooters are ready and waiting, and they just take care of it. And I expect nothing less in the state tournament.
Yeah, very well-disciplined team, well-coached. You can tell not a lot of empty possessions for them on the offensive end. Very efficient basketball team, and then they get after it on defense as well. Dawson, I'm assuming you're going to start grabbing some players here once the coach is done cutting down the net.
We sure will. And Coach Lowe up there cutting the net down. And that's the other amazing thing, too. First-year head coach for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart, and they win a section championship. How nice is that? And it's just an unbelievable job by him and his coaching staff, and just a ton of credit to the players and what they've been able to accomplish this season as well. I think, 5-6 losses, something like that. But they've been outstanding. It's been a special season for Sacred Heart.
Absolutely. He said best in your post-game interview a moment ago. He said that it's not going to be an easy road back to this game. He gave a lot of credit to the talent in the section. We saw it on display here throughout the last week, and right now, Sacred Heart, the champs of the section, but if they want to repeat it next year, they're going to have to come back even more focused.
Well, it's hard to look at it because they just won the section minutes ago, right? But you can't help but look at the roster. I count up 2 seniors on their roster, Anna Kaiser and Rose Vadova. Everybody else are sophomores, juniors, and even some 8th graders getting some time in this one tonight as well. So you can't help but speculate, if we're being honest, that we could be doing the same thing on March 7th, 2026. And it very well could be the same matchup with Sacred Heart and Northome Kelliher.
Absolutely. And just looking down right now, the celebration with the community here and the classmates of these girls, everybody joining in on the celebration. Really a special moment here inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena.
Absolutely. We're going to try and track down some players. I was trying to see if they're going to be taking any pictures, but I'm going to try and get Lexi Lawrence first, our player of the game, unless they're going to take a big picture with the community. But I'm walking around here, and we're going to get a few comments.
Can I talk to her?
Oh, sure.
Player of the game.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
We've got Lexi Lawrence, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, joining us. And Lexi, congratulations, first of all, as our player of the game, and a big-time performance on the inside. You knew it was going to be a physical game against Northome Kelliher, but what was the biggest key to your 24 points and 12 rebounds?
I'd say just I don't know, the guards just finding me and finding the right arm, I guess, and just passing it into me and having the confidence to know that I'm going to make it. It's really all for them.
So when you watch Northome Kelliher in the semifinal games, what was just the biggest key to come away with the win? Like we said, they've got some really physical players, some really athletic guards, and you guys got them in some foul trouble that helped tonight too.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I'd say just going at them. We just want to get them in foul trouble for sure. Definitely.
How about from the three-point line, your team's performance? You take care of business on the inside. You hold down the fort, but your teammates from downtown tonight, too.
Yes, I was so proud of them. Definitely, passing it to me and kicking it, I was definitely working a lot because they had claps on me.
Lexi, congratulations. Section champion. How's that sounding after the state tournament?
Really good, really good.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, James, that's Lexi Lawrence, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, joining us here on the post-game show tonight. We're going to try and track down a couple of more Sacred Heart players to talk to. And
hey, Dawson, real quick, what's your code to the iPad up here?
Are we live on air?
Yeah.
Well, for the cybersecurity nerds at home, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. Forgot to keep the iPad screen on. Great interview. Just
let's get another player. We got Izzy Swickla here. Izzy, you want to talk on the radio real fast? All right. Izzy Swickla for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. Izzy, congratulations. Section champion, how's it feel?
Feels amazing. Our team has worked so hard for this, and it's an incredible feeling.
Can you put it into words at all, what you guys have done to get to this point? You said you've worked so hard. Beginning of the year, back in November, was a section championship on the mind at that point?
Yeah, 100%. Just never giving up, keeping the grind. It's an amazing feeling tonight.
All right, so what was the biggest key when you guys were in the locker room and Coach Lowe was saying, we need to do these things to beat Kelliher Northome? What were those things?
Execute. We've been doing that the past playoffs games, and it's been working for us, and if we knew we could do it tonight, we did.
Hey, congratulations, section champion after the state tournament.
Thank you.
All right, back up to you, James.
Awesome. Dawson Peterson down on the floor right now. Welcome to our post-game coverage right here on 96.7 FM as well as yourliveevent.com.
Already.
How about
Dawson trying to track down some more Sacred Heart players for us. Receiving some assistance down on the floor. Just a great moment, a great scene here inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena.
Of the game. All right, turn around here on camera, too.
Okay.
James, you ready for us down here?
Almost. All right, I got you.
There we go. Lydia Risky is joining us on the post-game show here. Power player of the game, brought to you by Wild Rice Electric. And, well, Lydia, first of all, congratulations, section champion. How's that feel?
Pretty good. It's pretty awesome.
Hey, 14 points in the game and a very productive, obviously, night for you. Lexi on the inside, too, 24 points. And you guys were the leading scorers. What was the biggest key to be able to tally marks like that?
Well, we just got to play like a team. I think our coaches like for us to drive and always find Lexi on the post. She's a huge threat, so we like to go to her. And I think just playing as a team is what did it for us.
Well, for you and you guys, we talk about the physicality that Kelliher Northome plays with. For you coming into this game, what did you have to do to, offset their physical play?
We just had to keep our composure. We went in the game really focusing on our defensive effort and getting the rebounds and just working super hard on defense. So I think that's really what won the game for us is shutting down their best players and just working hard throughout the whole game and never giving up.
Well, what's it going to take for a deep run in the state tournament now?
Just keep up our focus and hard work and get after our practice next week.
Hey, Lydia, congratulations after the state tournament.
Thank you so much.
Lydia Risky with us here on the post-game report. Congratulations, Lydia. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Lydia Risky, our player of the game, power player of the game, brought to you by Wild Rice Electric here on the post-game show. Looking for a couple more players for the Sacred Heart Eagles, your Section 8A girls basketball champions, back in the state tournament for the first time since 2016. The girls program is. Winning the section in 2016, made the championship in 2017, but they lost to Red Lake that year. And like we said, too, very easily could be back-to-back come next season.
Absolutely. Dawson still down on the floor, tracking down some more Sacred Heart players. Yeah, go get Sunby right there, Dawson. Hold on a second, guys.
Yeah.
You want to talk real fast?
All right, James, Leah Sunby down here on the floor as one of our players of the game, and Leah 10 points in the game, 3 3-pointers. But you know what? We know you can shoot the rock, but we also know that you play really good defense. So what's the mindset night in and night out to just wreak havoc defensively?
Well, first of all, I want to give all the glory to God. He's the one who's given my teammates and I these amazing talents and just all our hard work that we put into this. From since we were younger, going to the gym, putting in many hours, and shooting all the time, practicing our defense. Also want to give credit to our new coaches this year who have put in lots of work in and time on film and just putting a bunch of work in for our plays too. And just helping us and just my amazing teammates who put a whole ton of work in, especially on defense and boxing out and running our plays well and not turning the ball over as much.
Well, here's another question. Do you ever get tired?
Yeah. Yes, I get very tired. I had to call for a sub one time, but that's about it.
Right.
I did cross country, so that's what helps keep me in shape.
Hey, there you go. That showed up here tonight. We talked with Coach Lowe in the pregame show about shooting the basketball and if the shots weren't falling tonight, but they were falling tonight.
Yep. they were fine. If they're not fine, we try to get into the post and try to get a good shot up and moving the ball to get a good shot. And he just says, have confidence in our shot and keep shooting the ball.
All right, continuing to stay aggressive. Leah, congratulations, section champion. How's it feel?
It feels so amazing. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Enjoy it. Leah Sunby here on the post-game show. One of our players of the game, one of our stars of the game, rather, brought to you by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic. Leah Sunby with us here. James, we've got some Sacred Heart fans with us now. All right, fellas, what's your name?
Bowden.
Bowden?
Yes.
All right, well, hey, how's it feel to watch this girls basketball team win a section championship?
Well, I didn't have much belief in this, but now I think we can win state now.
You think you can win state now? Hey, all right. If you believe, huh? Let me hear it.
Oh, yeah.
How big of a Sacred Heart fan are you?
Very big.
The biggest?
Yes.
All right. Hey, let me hear a Go Eagles, or as loud and proud. Go Eagle. Go Eagles! Hey, James, we're not just talking to players down here. We're talking to fans. They're enjoying it down here on the floor.
Tell those kids to watch my eardrums up here.
The first section championship since 2016, James. The eardrums are going to survive for another couple of years or so if we're going to keep winning section championships for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. We're going to try and track down a couple of players. Why don't we send it to break for a quick minute or two, James, and we'll come back and have a few more players as East Grand Forks Sacred Heart defeats Kelliher Northome in the Section 8A Girls Basketball Championship 70-56.
Big or small, Forks Fence Co. does it all. Your local fence professionals for residential and commercial fencing projects. We've tackled over 3,400 feet of galvanized fencing at the Grand Forks Airport, and we'll still show up with a smile to fix that stubborn gate at your house. Strong fences, reliable service built to last. Call Forks Fence Co. today. And hey, good luck to the Sacred Heart Eagles in the section playoffs. Go Eagles! Forks Fence Co. Built local, built strong.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Dawson Peterson down on the floor right now, trying to track down some more Golden Eagle players. Some good interviews. The Section 8A champions defeating Northome Kelliher tonight. And they're moving on to states. And Dawson, from the sounds of it, these girls are going to be ready for that state tournament.
Well, no doubt, knocking down three-pointer after three-pointer all night long, as I'm going to try and get over to Ella Arntzen, who had a big night for the Eagles in this one. They might be taking a picture, but we got to try and find one of the players here.
You want to talk fast?
Sure.
All right, Ella Arntzen here for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. We got you on camera, too, on yourliveevent.com. Ella, you played a whale of a game. I got you for 9 points. 3 3-pointers in the game. What's the key to knocking down all those shots out there?
I think God gave me a gift to shoot 3-pointers, and I felt confident tonight, so I really knocked it down. Yeah.
How much time in the gym do you have to put in to knock down threes with that much confidence?
probably just practice, and then like before the game today, I went into the gym for like an hour or so and just got my shots up. So yeah.
How does it feel that your teammates have so much trust in you? Where you're just ready and waiting in the corner or on the wing, and you just knock it. How does that feel when your teammates have that much confidence?
It's just awesome that we have such a good relationship with each other and that we can believe in each other so much. So it's really awesome. Yeah.
Section champions for the first time since 2016. How's that feel?
It's awesome. It's so exciting. Yeah.
Congratulations. Enjoy it. Good luck at state.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. That is Ella Arntzen here for the Sacred Heart Eagles with us on the post-game show. I'm trying to talk to players, but I'm also trying to avoid all of the pictures. I don't want to be in any of the frames here and ruin something, I guess. But the Sacred Heart Eagles win tonight 70-56 over the Kelliher Northome Mustangs as they're headed back to the state tournament for the first time since 2016. 70-56, the final score tonight. I'm Dawson Peterson, James Cardarelli upstairs, handling the production work on yourliveevent.com. James was behind the camera too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get us back on here to Skyla Pad, Dawson, and it's not cooperating with me. So we're just gonna run it live until you get back up here.
Sounds good. All right, James. So Sacred Heart heading to the state tournament after winning Section 8A here. Tell me what you think the Eagles need to do to have a big run in the state tournament.
Yeah, I think just continue to execute what they've been doing, what's made them so successful this season. They got a great inside-out game. And if they can be scrappy on defense and find Lawrence down low for those easy twos and hit their threes, Dawson, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I thought that they played a really clean game tonight, and they're going to need more of that at the state tournament.
A big group picture here now for Sacred Heart. This is the entire community at this point now standing in and taking a picture. We saw the boys program a couple of years ago win back-to-back section championships. And it's really a fun night all around for everybody, a part of the East Grand Forks Sacred Heart community, back to the state tournament for the first time since 2016. And like we've been saying, too, Sacred Heart, they reached the section championship again in 2017, but lost that year to Red Lake. And then, as we said, they could certainly be right back here at the same time next season. And the opponent could potentially be the same against Kelliher Northome. Final score one more time tonight, 70-56. The final, Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Enbridge Energy player of the game tonight was Lexi Lawrence for the Sacred Heart Eagles, who had 24 points and 12 rebounds. Lexi, a big force on the inside. Power player of the game, which is brought to you by Wild Rice Electric for Sacred Heart. Lydia Risky had 14 points and 7 rebounds. Lydia is the power player of the game in this one. And then looking at some stars of the game, brought to you by Dr. Gabe and his staff down at the Foston Chiropractic Clinic, right on Highway 2 in Foston at the stoplight. First star of the game, I'm going to go over to Kelliher Northome first at 23 points, 4 rebounds. Kylie Binkley is going to be one of our stars of the game for Kelliher Northome tonight. Another star of the game for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Talked with her here on the post-game report. Leah Sunby for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Another Foston Chiropractic Clinic star of the game. Leah Sunby had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Kelliher Northome dealing with a lot of foul trouble tonight. Kate Thayer had 3 fouls in the first half, as did Kylie Binkley. Thayer would foul out later on in the game, but foul trouble, a big issue tonight for the Kelliher Northome Mustangs, as they couldn't overcome that as they fall to East Grand Forks Sacred Heart 70-56. That was the final score. Let's run through your final stats, brought to you by Smile Designs in Foston. Before we kick it back upstairs, James Cardarelli up there. I'm Dawson Peterson down on the floor. Let's go to Sacred Heart first in their numbers. Ella Arntzen had 9 points and 2 rebounds. Finley Horkin, 9 points and 4 rebounds. Leah Sunby, 10 and 4. Lydia Risky had 14 points and 7 rebounds. Anna Kaiser with 2 points, 2 rebounds. Lexi Lawrence, 24 points, 12 rebounds tonight. And Kate Bernhoft had 2 points on the evening.
On the other side for Kelliher Northome, the Mustangs, Kate Thayer had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 points for Bristol Brinkley, I beg your pardon, an 8th grader off the bench was forced into action. 3 points for Kenna Lateral and 2 rebounds. Allie Lundeen had 6 and 6. Riley Binkley, a star of the game from the Foston Chiropractic Clinic, had 23 points and 4 rebounds, and Charlie Hallstrom with 8 points and 5 rebounds here on the night. Turnover numbers, 16 for Kelliher Northome, 9 for Sacred Heart, and we'll add up the other totals here in just a little bit. We'll get to our free throw totals for East Grand Forks Sacred Heart. They were 10 of 19 in the game from the Bagley Co-op Association free throw line, and then Kelliher Northome on the night. The Mustangs would go 11 of 17 on the evening from the Bagley Co-op Association free throw line. Final score 70-56. Those are your final stats brought to you by Smile Designs of Foston. James, back upstairs to you.
Yeah, Dawson, if you want to take a quick break here, I am back on for taking a break on KKCQ. While you want to go track down some other Sacred Heart players, let's go ahead and step aside for a quick break.
Words, Pharmacy, and Gifts. Your go-to.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com. Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 Red Angus bulls plus 20 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics, producing Red Angus genetics with sustainability for over 26 years. Request a catalog today. Call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189 or Facebook Jacobson Red Angus. The sale broadcast on DV Auction. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale Thursday, March 20th, 1 p.m. Grow with us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661. Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
All right, welcome back in here. We'll go down to the floor with Dawson Peterson.
Thanks, James. We're here with 8th grader Bryn Stevens, who was, I guess, maybe forced into action a little bit tonight with not a ton of foul trouble. But Bryn, an 8th grader, you were just saying you were feeling a little nervous out there, but you played pretty well.
Yeah, I was just super excited going into this game. I think our team had good confidence, so I was confident with them.
Well, hey, that's a great way to put it. Did you ever feel like you would get put into the game tonight?
Yeah, I was thinking I might, but you never know. I think the rest of our girls were doing just fine tonight, that they didn't need me most of the game, so.
And you were ready to play your role. So what is your role specifically on this team when you do get in the game?
Probably just like rebounding and doing just defensively, working hard and just being another body out there to help the other girls.
How'd you feel going against the Kelliher Northome physicality on the inside when you're just trying to gobble up some rebounds, do things like that? Were you nervous about them being physical with you at all?
I was a little nervous going in, but once I got in there, the nerves were pretty much gone. and I got confidence to just box out hard and get good rebounds.
Hey, sounds good. Section champion, how's that feel?
Amazing.
Congratulations. Enjoy it and good luck at state.
Thank you so much.
All right, 8th grader Bryn Stevens of Sacred Heart with us here on the post-game report. As we try to track down a couple more Sacred Heart players, we're looking for Finley Horkin, who had 9 points and 4 rebounds on the night. We announced the Enbridge Energy player of the game was Lexi Lawrence for the Sacred Heart Eagles. Power player of the game from Wild Rice Electric was Lydia Risky for the Eagles tonight.
Yeah, Dawson, I think Finley is over taking a picture with the section championship there in the corner. Is that her?
I guess we'll find out. That's the joy of walking around here during a post-game show of a section championship. Taking pictures with all our teammates. I believe that's Finley joining us, or hopefully joining us here in a little bit. 70-56. Once again, the final score. East Grand Forks Sacred Heart over Kelliher Northome.
Yes, let's do it. We
got you on camera here as well on yourliveevent.com. Finley Horkin with us. Hey, Finley, congratulations on the game. 9 points, 4 rebounds, section champion. How's it feel?
Feels amazing. It's unreal. Yeah.
Beginning of the season to now, thinking about to what, mid-November, probably somewhere in there, was the section championship on the mind. You know, first year head coach with Coach Lowe, and how are you guys feeling at that point compared to now?
It was definitely a goal from the beginning of the season, but I honestly didn't think we'd be where we are, and we've improved a lot throughout the season, so yeah.
Going into the game against Kelliher Northome, a physical group, the Mustangs are. They can get up and down, but it seemed like you guys handled the physicality pretty well.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to be good, but we knew that we were going to be able to stand with them, so yeah.
No, you shot the ball really well. You know, what's that feel like when your teammates have that much confidence in you to knock down shots?
It's really fun.
Especially when they go in, right? Hey, Finley, congratulations. Section champion, first time since 2016. Congratulations. Good luck at state.
Thank you.
All right, Finley Horkin with us on the post-game report here tonight. James, I'm going to send it back up to you as I think we'll wrap up here in just a little bit. We'll get some final stats again, and then we'll preview tomorrow's games with the boys' quarterfinals of Section 8A and more coverage on yourliveevent.com. KKCQ and KRJM, the R&J Broadcasting Incorporated family of stations. I'm Dawson Peterson. James Cardarelli back upstairs.
Awesome. Great job, Dawson. Down on the floor, getting interviews with the Sacred Heart Golden Eagles after defeating Northome Kelliher here tonight to win the section championship on a score of 70-56. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up here inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Back after this.
Randall's Excavating of Glendon, specializing in underground site utilities and repair. Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in water lines, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They respond to emergency repairs for water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections too. Contact Randall's Excavating with over 20 years of experience, 701-219-9126 or randallsinc.com.
You want to show your team spirit and ride around in style? Look no further than Kelliher Auto Sales. Our dealership has a wide selection of high-quality vehicles that get you to the game in comfort and style. From spacious SUVs to the perfect pickup, we've got the perfect ride for you to show off your support for the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. So what are you waiting for? Come visit Kelliher Auto Sales and get the ride you've been dreaming of. Visit our website or call us for more information at 218-647-8285. Kelliher Auto Sales, your destination for great cars and great teams.
Developing leaders and lifelong learners in a community that promotes rigor, relevance, and respect, it's the Kelliher Public School District. The Kelliher Public School District is proud of the Kelliher Northome Mustangs, and they wish them the best of luck this tournament season. For more information on the Kelliher Public School District, go to www.kellierschools.org. Congratulations and best of luck to the Mustangs from the Kelliher Public School District.
Are you looking for your next vacation rental? Call or text Mason at Cleveguard Rentals 701-552-3181. Family fun, girls getaway, retreats and get-togethers. Call or text Mason 701-552-3181. Located on West McDonald Lake, your vacation awaits.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Crop insurance. Stop in.
Post-game report here on yourliveevent.com as the East Grand Forks Sacred Heart Eagles beat Kelliher Northome 70-56 here tonight. East Grand Forks Sacred Heart, your Section 8A girls basketball champion, 70-56 over Kelliher Northome in this one here this evening. Let's run through our features one more time. Our featured players as the number 3 seeded Sacred Heart Eagles in the West defeat the number 1 seed Kelliher Northome from the East. Features tonight with our post-game awards, looking at the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That was Lexi Lawrence for Sacred Heart, a big-time presence on the inside. 24 points and 12 rebounds for Lexi Lawrence, the sophomore, here in this one tonight. Our Player of the Game from Wild Rice Electric with 14 points and 7 rebounds. That was Lydia Risky, the Power Player of the Game. Lydia Risky for the Sacred Heart Eagles with 14 points and 7 rebounds this evening. Getting to some more post-game awards and looking at your sub of the game, brought to you by Main Street Station in Deli of Fertile, and also brought to you by Subway of Ada, your super sub of the game. In this one tonight, we're going to go to, as there's not a ton of activity off the bench, but we did talk to one player off the bench for Sacred Heart down on the floor. I'm going to give it to Bryn Stevens, the 8th grader for the Sacred Heart Eagles, number 31. She was sort of forced into action a little bit, wasn't only expecting to play, but Bryn, she worded it really well. She was ready when she was called upon, and she played well. She was able to grab in a couple of rebounds and play her role nicely out there. Bryn Stevens off the bench, your sub of the game, brought to you by Subway of Ada, and also brought to you by Main Street Station in Deli of Fertile. Stars of the game brought to you by American Federal Bank in Ada, and also brought to you by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic. Finley Horkin and Leah Sunby, 2 stars of the game. Sunby at 10 points, 4 rebounds. Finley Horkin at 9 points and 4 rebounds. And then a 3rd star of the game for Kelliher Northome. Kylie Binkley had 23 points and 4 rebounds, as those are the stars of the game, brought to you by American Federal Bank of Ada, and also brought to you by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic. The precision player of the game as Sacred Heart wins 70-56 to win Section 8A girls basketball. Precision player of the game brought to you by Agassiz Precision Egg of Hillsboro. And while we could go to any of the players in this one as far as precision goes, but I'm going to go to Ella Arntzen. 3 3-pointers on the night, and some would say was precise from downtown. Ella Arntzen, the precision player of the game, brought to you by Agassiz Precision Egg of Hillsboro. That was Ella Arntzen for the East Grand Forks Sacred Heart Eagles. Right away after the awards ceremony downstairs, we had a post-game coaches interview with Coach Lowe of the Sacred Heart Eagles. Your post-game coaches' comments brought to you by River's Edge Insurance Agency of Halstead. That was Coach Brian Lowe in his first year as a section champion. The Sacred Heart Eagles will take a 24-6 record into the state tournament. Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Here in this one, I'm going to give our post-game connection to Leah Sunby as she connected with a few teammates. Sunby is a very good player at getting downhill with the basketball, driving inside the paint, driving and kicking, driving and dishing to her teammates on the outside, connecting with her shooters beyond the arc. Leah Sunby is going to earn the post-game connection from Halstead Telephone Company, or post-game connection. Leah Sunby connecting with her teammates on the outside in this one. And finally, let's get to the Benedictine Care Community Game Summary. As East Grand Forks Sacred Heart wins it 70-56. We were just talking to some folks here upstairs. Sacred Heart has trailed all postseason long here in these last 3 games for a total of about 1.5 minutes is what they kind of estimate. And that's an impressive number, only trailing by 90 seconds or so, 2 minutes all postseason long. And they did the same here tonight. Sacred Heart would lead early 5-4. They only trailed, looks like 4-2 early on. And again, not quite wire to wire, but very, very close. They led at the break 39-34 and then took that into the second half. They were able to balloon a late lead. It was 52-51 with about 8 minutes to go in the second half. And the Eagles would go on a 12-0 run to go up 64-53. And that was the difference in the second half as Kelliher Northome could not come back from that difference. As that is your post-game game summary brought to you by Benedictine Living Community of Ada, and Sacred Heart winning tonight 70-56. And finally, let's get to your focus, not your focus on the game, but it's going to be the focus, the state tournament for Sacred Heart, brought to you by Valley Vision Clinic of Ada, and what they need to focus on to make a deep run in the state playoffs. I think the physicality on the inside is going to be a big focus for Sacred Heart in the state tournament, as well as knocking down shots. It might sound like a simple thing to just knock down shots as a team, but when the Eagles shoot it at such a high rate as they do from the outside, that's their big key to the game. I know Coach Lowe said that they have plenty of adjustments in store if they're not knocking down shots from the outside, but that's their bread and butter, and that's the Valley Vision Clinic Focus on the Game. Focus on the Game, brought to you by Valley Vision Clinic of Ada. Final score again, one more time here tonight, 70-56, Sacred Heart over the Kelliher Northome Mustangs. I'm Dawson Peterson, James Cardarelli, the YourLiveEvent.com engineer. Patty, the engineer for Garden Valley TV. Admittedly, Patty, I don't know your last name. Luoma, Patty Luoma. Thank you for your efforts on Garden Valley TV. We appreciate you and getting the game to our viewers across the Garden Valley channels. Patrick Luoma, otherwise Patty for Garden Valley, does a lot of work. We appreciate him as well. We also appreciate our sponsors, the advertisers you heard throughout our broadcast tonight, whether it was on KKCQ Radio during the commercial breaks or in-game feature sponsors. They make it possible. The advertisers you heard throughout the broadcast, you should patronize them whenever you get the chance, or like we always say at the very least, please tell them thank you. Also, thank you to you, the listener, on KKCQ and viewers on YourLiveEvent.com and Garden Valley TV. Thanks for taking us along with you on your Friday night. Hope we were able to entertain you prior to the weekend, and we sincerely hope you enjoyed tonight's game broadcast. Let's take a quick look ahead at tomorrow, brought to you by the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinics. And when we say look ahead, we're looking at the boys bracket. We'll have coverage of all 4 games across the R&J Broadcasting Incorporated family of stations. The noon game tomorrow features Red Lake County and Fosston right back here on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com. Game number 2 at 1:45, Stephen Argyle and Red Lake. That game just on KKCQ Radio. And then the second game, or make it the third game, I beg your pardon, Cass Lake Bena and Kitson County Central on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM. And the fourth and final game of the day, Hurdle Bell Tremie and Kelliher Northome on Gold 101.5 KRJM and YourLiveEvent.com. And all games on Garden Valley TV, channel number 37, the Thief River Falls channel. As that is your look ahead, brought to you by the Crookston and Fosston Eye Clinics as we look ahead at tomorrow in the boys basketball quarterfinals. Speaking now for James Cardarelli and Patrick Luoma, who is our engineer on Garden Valley TV. I'm Dawson Peterson reporting from Ralph Engelstead Arena here in Thief River Falls, signing off and saying so long as the Sacred Heart Eagles are your Section 8A girls basketball champions, beating Kelliher Northome here tonight 70-56. Again, stay tuned to coverage of the boys quarterfinals coming up tomorrow. So long, everybody.